We're live. That's closed. Those are sent.
You're live, yeah?
We are live, my friend. Let me get a link from.
Camera's black.
I know. I got my shades on.
Oh, you're lucky I was.
You boy.
You would have been leaked.
Like it would have ended. Alright, cool.
You're lucky I was. You would have been leaked.
You wanna mute that? Alright, cool. Alright, we should be live. It's on the ice blocks. It's too real, man.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Pop out a chat.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Lilaila, Bahila, Mambo no Ohana. Alright, cool. Yo, you thought you forgot. You said you was gonna go live.
You ever thought about making short form content again?
Nah.
Girl said he's abandoned that shit. Fairs.
Yo, beg you get in the frame for a sec. Just so I had something to.
Let me take one. Let me take one as well.
Alright, cool.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Alright, cool. Let's pop out the chat. I'll get to the questions in a second, guys. There's actually a couple things that I want to share this week in particular. So as you know, I'm hired by 7 to 9 figure entrepreneurs, professional athletes, and actors to do what it is that I do, right? Well, that makes no sense. To help them materialize the things that it is that they want into existence. So every week I always note down the most impactful lessons that I have demonstrated to them or things that they've taught me to. So those are the things I'm going to be going through in a sec. I'm just making a post. So IG, because I had told everybody earlier that we'd be on live around 6:30.
Someone said, what does the title mean? Relax, you're going to get some, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Just relax.
Exactly.
Hey from Houston, Texas. Hello. There's some grease on the lens, Habibis.
Swear down. They're saying the camera's dead. Should I get a tissue?
Yeah, go for it.
You know what? Nah, tissue's too long still.
To be honest, though, I feel like that's just how the camera is.
I hit one of these.
I want to see if it actually makes a difference. Nah, just
letting everybody on Instagram know that they can catch us here. We'll get started in the next 5. Mad one.
Why is there fog in your room? Quotation marks.
Oh, they're still on this. We're on YouTube Live right now.
Someone said just 2 hours late, you know?
Yeah, so you lot jump on YouTube. Jump on the YouTube.
Yo, yo, yo. Someone said they're making 20K a month, thanks to you.
Currently 16 years old, living in New Jersey. I'm on track to hitting 20K. Thank you. Okay, we're not going to say that. Guys, jump on YouTube Live. We're about to get started. How many people we got on YouTube?
We have 334 right now.
Cool, we're jumping on YouTube. We're gonna go there. Alright, cool. So, let me pull up my notes and share with you the findings that I've got this week from my clients. And then we'll just do some standard Q&A. Alright, cool. So,
That's actually really cool you do this.
yeah. So one client actually asked me about evil eye, which I think is a perfect question, because he was an individual who essentially is attaining, becoming more successful, and his family is beginning to look at him different. So he asked me, what do I think about evil eye? And let's be honest with one thing in particular. If one person has the do I delete all of that? If one person has the capability of influencing reality with their consciousness or with their frequency to some degree, then we can't ignore the fact that negativity of a multitude does have some type of effect on somebody, especially individually. But I said to him, the true evil eye is evil mind. And what I mean by that is this. You could go through life living a certain experience. Reality just is. But oftentimes we attribute a meaning to reality where there is no meaning. And unfortunately, the meaning that we attribute to reality has an underlying emotion. And that emotion seeks its resonance attributed to the meaning that we've prescribed to reality. So if you are driving and somebody crashes into you and then you say it's evil eye, you're perpetuating that experience based upon your own conception of an evil mind, which then unfolds throughout reality. So the truth of the matter is the only way to actually transcend evil eye is to simply decide that it has no capability of affecting you. Because in doing so, the experiences that you go through won't affect anybody. For example, when stuff goes wrong for us Africans, most people say, oh, you didn't get the job, it's witchcraft. Whole time your resume could have been shit. Or you could have had an unconscious degree of expectation that you weren't going to get the job, without understanding the fact that your frequency has some type of influence on that particular outcome. You've now said, oh, someone's doing something to me. And in doing so, you then begin to enter a state of existence where you're doing something to yourself, predicated upon your own evil mind.
They do that with the devil as well, right?
100%. Somebody will be ill and be like, the devil's attacking me. And the truth of the matter is, the irony is, especially in a more religious context, where somebody says the devil's doing this, the devil's doing this. The truth of the matter is, most human beings can't conceptualize themselves being more powerful than the devil. So when you say somebody that is more powerful is doing something to you, you unconsciously, indirectly imply to yourself that you are indeed powerless. And then you put yourself through that particular series of events. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing this week. Now the second thing is this. Obligation is the father of resentment. No human being wants to feel as if their autonomy is taken away from them. So oftentimes I'll talk to clients, especially when their company's worth tens of millions and they have a lot of people underneath them. They feel this degree of obligation to be, there to do certain things, so on and so forth. But you have to be aware of the fact that obligation in of itself is the father of resentment. Anytime we feel as human beings as if we have no autonomy over something, we can begin to become resentful of that thing no matter what it is. So for example, if you have this particular idea that you have to go to work, for example, then that indirectly you're speaking to your subconscious mind that you have no autonomy, and a lack of autonomy begins to impose on our own sovereignty as human beings. So then we begin to feel as if there's something wrong, rather than reframing it and altering your perception towards it, because the perception that you have directly equates to a projection that you experience of reality. The way that you look at reality is the way reality looks at you. And in doing so, you have to become aware of the fact that when you begin to go into the idea of, oh, I have a meeting later, I have to do this, I have to do this, that degree of framing can unconsciously begin to set in obligation, which then inevitably sets up resentment. And resentment in of itself is a frequency that begins to distort or corrupt whatever it is that you're seeking to materialize into existence. When you become resentful of something, it is no bueno. No bueno. Nero Live, love waking up Sunday morning for the Church of Nero. Shout out to AJ. Y'all fellas cold. This is no Church of Nero. This is a church of you. What does anomaly mean? It means an outlier from the average. Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors? Because your future's too bright. It's your fault, actually. It's actually your fault. How do I know my subconscious block is removed for good? When you're easily able to materialize what it is that you want. A subconscious block is something that prevents you from materializing what it is that you want. So as you begin to see a series of chain of events unfold towards the materialization of your desired reality, then indirectly that should indicate to you that now you have transcended that idea. Brother, I have a question. What are you guys drinking?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I'm on chapter 3 of the book. Me and my mom are reading it. Oh, that's
cute.
lovely. That's lovely. Thank you very much.
Wait, what?
Have you spoken about revenge? Don't know what that means. AJ, what are your hands doing under that table again? You might have to do the whole thing like this.
I've got my laptop down here as well because it's too far to see.
You
over
might
there.
have to. How to reset your nervous system. Well, one thing that I'd like to make abundantly clear is that typically whenever I see people talking about nervous system, it's always between the polarities of feeling safe and unsafe. But I need you to understand any particular degree of elevation or transcendence of your current frequency, detachment from the old frequency to the new, is going to trigger your nervous system to feel unsafe. Now, most people, predicated upon their knowledge of a nervous system without understanding egregores and thought forms, will then say when they're feeling unsafe, that's an indication of a bad thing. But a reframing of what you're feeling or the definition behind what you're feeling can make all the difference. Because if you begin to frame feeling unsafe as a bad thing without realizing that elevation quite literally begins to destroy the familiarity that you've been calibrated to, the level that you've been set at for a long time, it's never going to feel comfortable. It's never going to feel safe. But if you frame it as a bad thing, then you begin to experience it as a bad thing. You need to begin to perceive it as a good thing, because in doing so, you then actually begin to materialize an existence where now, when you feel unsafe, it's actually a reinforcement into your confidence, a solidification in your self-concept, your identity, because now you're like, oh, I'm beginning to feel unsafe, which means I'm elevating now. A different definition determines how you experience something else. Sometimes you talk too fast. I think you just listen too slow. No, I actually do talk fast sometimes. Sorry, I just get caught up in it. I actively try to slow myself down, genuinely. How do you articulate your knowledge so fluidly?
Glaze. No, you do it well, pause.
Don't.
You do.
Don't ever tell me that I do it well. I don't like that.
You do it very good, bro.
I don't, okay. I don't like
Best
that.
in the game.
Okay. I think that's a bit mad.
How do you articulate yourself so well?
Do you know what it is? I think the best way to improve your articulation is simply reading. I think I read so much, and I see so many ways of saying things from so many different authors, especially when you begin to read metaphysical literature, because they're all saying the same thing in different ways. And in doing so, that allows me to articulate the same point in a multitude of ways. How do you feel about Jay-Z, bro? It's not looking.
I ask him this all the time.
It's not looking good right now.
Me.
It's not looking good right now. It's not looking good right now.
I'll send him a screenshot. I'll get aired.
Do you know, like, because all my boys know my top rappers. This whole week, every single one of my boys has just been sending me this thing again and again and again and again. It's just like, peace, gents, peace, chat. Hello. To continue on my points of the things of this week.
What you got?
Yeah, I got a lot.
God damn.
Yeah. So every session with a client, I'll note down if I say something, I'm like, yo, that's a bar still. I'll write it down for real.
Man said
I actually write it down. Anyways, I said, what more important than what you do is the energy you put behind it. I was talking to a client of mine, and he was essentially saying to me that, you know, he wants to begin to blow up on YouTube, so on and so forth. And he was like, you know, how do I make the right video, the right hook, and all of this stuff. And I said, all that stuff is very well to learn, you know, from the foundation. But more important than what you do is the energy behind what it is that you do. Because there's pieces of clothing that are absolutely shit. There's players in professional sports that are absolutely shit. There's actors that are absolutely terrible. But predicated upon the energy or the conviction that they have behind what they're doing, they're able to transcend the collective consciousness and internalize other people to then begin to see it as a good thing. So I said to him, when you're making your videos, what is the energy you're putting behind it? And he was like, oh, you know, they're just boring because I don't like making these type of videos. And I said, well, predicated upon that energy, your frequency speaks before you've even spoken. And in doing so, you do nothing more than inevitably set up reality to reflect your energy. When I make my videos, I kid you not, I say this to AJ all the time. When I'm writing on that board or I'm talking, in my head, I'm like, this is the best video ever. Just continuously in my head, because I know your frequency speaks before you've even spoken. Then I go into the comments, and what do niggas say in the comments?
Oh, this is the best video. I thought the last one was good, but this one's the best. Oh, it's so good. It came at the right time. This is exactly what I needed, Nero. Nero, you're the best. Thanks, Daddy Nero.
Okay, Daddy Nero is just too far. Okay, that's just too. There's a rumor that AJ can't read. That's not a rumor.
The proof is there.
Yo, whoever said that is funny. Where's that denim jacket from? Do you know what it is? I would tell you, but like literally after I bought it, the company just dissolved. They just exploded. Like,
yeah, bad luck, man. Stay away from me.
Yeah.
Company dissolved.
Yeah, the company dissolved. So I really want to tell you, but damn, man, I don't know.
You guys live in the UK? Maybe.
Me can't see nothing. I know you like that one.
Don't tell me what I like.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Y'all look so...
Yo, why you lot violating my camera? They're saying that the camera is making us look ashy.
Bro said ashy is crazy.
Absolutely mad. I prefer books to videos. Will I get all your teachings in your book? Do you know what's so funny? The UK is a piss all crazy. The way that I conceptualized my book, I said to myself one thing in particular. I said, I want this book to be like an embodiment of my most important videos without jokes. Because I know I make a lot of jokes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I know I make a lot of jokes in my videos.
I think I'd like a book with jokes in there, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Frederick says a few stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Like, yo, this guy.
Heather said AJ's getting super sassy.
Who said that?
He's looking for your name in the chat.
Can't even see that.
Don't be too arrogant, Nero. You were just fine, bro. Oh, I'm terribly arrogant. Absolutely terribly arrogant.
You both look okay. Thanks.
Which is very funny because that's actually another thing that I like to point out. You have to understand one thing, and this isn't an indirect to that person. I'm just making a point because, of course, I don't know you and you don't know me. But typically, the collective consciousness will perceive confidence or certainty as arrogance predicated upon their own insecurity. And I need you guys to be aware of that because the truth of the matter is most people would like you to be humble. But their version of humble isn't necessarily being boastful. It's not being boastful. Their version of humble is being insecure and keeping yourself low. Damn. That's how most people perceive being humble. So whenever people are like to me, real talk, the only people that actually call me humble are the people that know me in real life. But anybody else online, they'll see me talking. And maybe it's because I'm young, or maybe because I speak with conviction, or maybe it's because I articulate myself well. But somebody would be like, you're being arrogant. And that lets me know that that's a good thing because quite frankly, you don't fucking know me and I don't know you. But if you're perceiving me as arrogant, then of course you don't know me because you just see me on the screen. But that's always a good thing for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
But
I like that one still.
Yeah, but like if you ask any of my real life friends about what I actually do and what I get done, they'll tell you I'm humble.
Way too humble, actually. I think there was one video in particular. I was like, yo, you brushly, you were like, oh yeah, I donate to charity, trying to make your point. I was like, yo, tell them what you actually do. And even now he won't say. I'm not going to say it for him because obviously that's his thing.
And there you go.
But his donations are crazy. Crazy. Life-changing.
And there you go. The next point.
He's so hot I can't. Sorry.
Empathy without boundaries can lead to infection. This one is very, very dangerous, and I need you all to understand this. Assuming that you're all polite, lovely people that are genuinely kind and you care about other people, you You have to understand that empathy without boundaries can become very dangerous when you consider the fact that man said, I don't know you in real life, but I know you can't grow a beard to save your life. Listen, give me 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. In fact, I think it'll be here by my birthday.
I guarantee if I tried, I can grow on before.
Nah, he'll outgrow me still. He'll outgrow me.
I actually might keep mine still.
You said you was going to shave it off.
I haven't decided yet.
Don't be like that. Because your thing is actually serious. My thing, this is like starter dreads. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. It's terrible. But anyways, what was I saying?
Something empathy without
empathy
boundaries.
without boundaries. Yes. So I had a client of mine, multi-million-dollar business owner, and he was telling me he talks to his co-workers, and whenever they're talking about their lives, sometimes it can really, really affect him, so on and so forth, because he's an empathetic person. And I need you to understand something. 5 years is mad. I need you to understand one thing in particular. Any time that you have empathy without boundaries on how far that empathy will go is very, very dangerous. Someone said empathy without boundaries, perfect feeding ground for narcissists. I ain't even talking about narcissists, but that's also true. I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that consciousness is contagious. And once you begin to understand that consciousness is contagious and somebody's telling you their story and you're like, damn, I hear what you're saying. And then you go and take on their emotional state. Now that has the capability of influencing your reality and having the opportunity to compound and completely mess things up. Now, empathy is completely necessary. Empathy and sympathy. I actually wish the world had more of that. But empathy without boundaries can be extremely dangerous because you end up self-inflicting yourself without even realizing that now you're catching somebody else's bullet without even needing to do that in the first place. You get me? It's very, very dangerous. So make sure that you do have sympathy. Even though we talk about stuff like the universe isn't moral, it's mechanical. Even though we talk about stuff like that, that's not an advocation for you to be a fucking asshole, right? Have manners. Be polite. Be courteous, be considerate, have empathy, have sympathy. But on sympathy and empathy, don't allow yourself to end up catching a bullet that you don't need to. Because when you take on the feeling of somebody else's pain longer than you should, it can become very dangerous. Even if you look at this from a neurological standpoint, that book we were reading about, there's something called mirror neurons. When you're observing a particular facial expression or behavior of somebody else, the same areas in your brain that mirrors theirs in terms of the areas of the brain that are lighting up for them to feel what they're feeling begin to light up in yours. And in doing so, you indirectly begin to feel unconsciously what they're feeling. That's extremely dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I'm a sales rep and I noticed a pattern. Whenever a payment about to process, whether it's 1K or 10K, I get nervous and the deal falls apart. When I don't know they paid, it goes through. One, you're attributing too much meaning to what a sale actually gets. Your mind isn't used to getting sales, so you need to continuously visualize yourself getting sales with an emotional charge, because in doing so, you convince your mind that it's something that you're used to. The reason it falls apart is because it feels uncomfortable for you and you don't know how to navigate it. And unfortunately, when something feels uncomfortable or something doesn't feel within your paradigm of natural, you will collapse it, because unfortunately, normality is a large part of our self-concept, frequency, and identity. Things that we find normal find us very easily. But when you have the inability to feel normal with a large amount of money or a deal coming through or what it represents, then it begins to collapse. Now, more often than not, because that's a pattern, the only way you can break that pattern is by altering what's taking place in your subconscious mind.
Yo, this one's crazy. Only because we've just recorded the video. Do you watch the news? Then if consciousness is contagious, bare question marks. What do you do to not take things, to take on things you don't want to? What do you do to not take on things?
This is so funny because we literally just shot a video today called How the Internet Manifests Your World. And predicated upon that, you have to understand that the way that we look at manifestation here primarily is through understanding that emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. An individual only has to go through a traumatic experience once for their entire mind to be completely altered, and that's either through experience or observation. Sometimes we can see shit online and end up feeling a degree of resonance or anger or sadness or humiliation or apathy on somebody else's behalf, and once again we begin to take on that frequency without realizing, and then we end up materializing the same reality as somebody else. You've seen somebody across the world go through some shit that you don't even fucking know, but now you begin to feel what they're feeling, you inherit their belief, and it becomes your world. You understand what I'm saying? It's extremely dangerous. It's very dangerous. So for me, I I limit it. You know what I'm saying? I just limit it. Excuse me if you've answered this. I'm just tuning in. But how do you stop comparison? It's not about stopping comparison. Human beings are always going to forever compare things. There's a book called Irrational Rationality. Yes, Irrational Rationality. It's a book on behavioral and behavioral science. It goes into the fact that how humans make decisions oftentimes is actually by comparison. We have no choice but to do that. This is how we evolved. So in doing so, it's not about stopping yourself from comparison, because people say comparison is a thief of joy. But comparison can also be the bringer of gratitude, because it's a polarity. Everything exists in a polarity. So by the time you're convincing yourself to somebody else in reflection of what you don't have, why don't you compare to somebody else in order for you to actually realize what you do have? Because anytime that we begin to compare ourselves, we begin hyperfixation on what we don't have. You can only have what you already have. And in the separation of not realizing what it is that you already have, you then begin to separate yourself from the very same frequency that you wish to materialize into existence. So to the same degree that comparison is the thief of joy, why don't you compare yourself to who you were last week, who you were 6 months ago, who you were a year ago? Then you begin to actually see your evolution, and that becomes the point that you hyperfixate on. Nero, you're a solid contemporary of articulation of cosmic wisdom that has always been true. Just got a new thesaurus, hence the big words. Thank you. I love that you're flexing that.
Yo,
I
that's
love
a cold comment.
I love that. You said you're a solid contemporary. We love to see it.
Yo, that's cold.
You're not cold?
No, I'm fine.
You're not freezing?
No.
I'll be alright.
You need to drink up.
It'll make me hot.
You should watch Atlanta. Atlanta's really funny.
Oh, so
yeah, good show.
Favorite Neville Goddard book? Ooh, The Sea Time and Harvest. The Sea Time and Harvest. I like that very much. Show Them Eyes, Handler. Oh yes, AJ's my handler. I forgot.
Oh no, we've started already.
You ever come to Australia?
I actually want to go.
To Australia?
Yeah.
Someone said, "Can you show us your bar shrine?" That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
What's one what's one sentence you say to yourself daily? I have more than I need.
Yeah, it's true. He actually told me that.
See?
And he told me to say it.
Have you been saying it?
Yeah, I actually remembered to say it the other day.
No context. An account called No Context Nero. Nero, send me $200. I'm kind of homeless.
Fizz.
How am I gonna do that? I've seen your videos. I've seen your videos.
Hey, yo.
I was actually laughing about your videos. You're hilarious. Yo, make sure you DM me on Instagram. If this drink hits me enough, I might send you that.
A drink for you, my bro Nero. Fizz.
Man like Andre. Appreciate you. Or Andres. I don't know which one it is. He's a pillar of the community. Heavy pillar of the community.
Is he the one that did the book?
Yeah,
Audio.
He's the one that read the book.
Yeah, Fizz.
He leaked the courses. That's
dedication.
That's a pillar of the community.
Got paid to get in them courses.
No, 100%. 100 million %.
What was that say?
How does a black man manifest unconditional love from a black woman given all the hateful propaganda against us? I know our subconscious plays into this, and thank you for existing and helping destroy the lies. Well, you're halfway there. You realize that it's propaganda. But simultaneously, you have to understand one thing. Predicated upon your acceptance of the idea that black women do accept this hateful propaganda, you then enter a universe when you can only begin to experience black women that actually reflect that particular degree of hateful propaganda. If you just decide that they don't exist in your world, then naturally, based upon your frequency being the borders of the world that you live in, you will quite literally enter a new world. So one, realize that you've done half the job, which is awareness, because awareness is the first step to transformation. But then simply just decide that, assuming that you want a black woman to be your wife, if you have the preconceived notion that black women are victims to hateful propaganda, then naturally you only begin to bring those into your experience or into your reality that reflect that. You feel me? I hope that makes sense. And a drink for the chat. That's real.
For real. Someone donated $50.
$50.
Fizz.
You don't know what you're doing.
Just buy another one.
We'll get another bottle. Thank you very much. It's truly a pleasure. See? And there it goes. Does the black man love the black woman unconditionally? And this is where it begins. The CIA is rubbing their hands together right now.
I thought black women love black men.
Well, statistically, I believe 80% of black marriages are to black women and black men within our community. So, like they said, propaganda, right? But propaganda is enticing. It's sexy because naturally it causes a reaction out of you. You get me? It causes a reaction out of you. And
you missed the donation.
And the truth of the matter is, reaction and creation are the same word, just spelled differently. Really think about what I just said. Reaction and creation is the same word, just spelled differently.
You said that today. I said, yo.
Crazy, innit? When I wrote it on the board.
Now that video you were cooking, I feel like that should be the one that drops tomorrow. But unfortunately, that can't happen. So
yeah. High frequency baddie is crazy. Where am I looking? Did I miss something?
High frequency baddie, yeah.
Someone said something about high frequency baddie.
Oh, someone donated and said, how to deal with an anxious attachment in a relationship, keep getting in the cycle of monitoring. Do I need to do more rewriting or visualization?
No, the anxious attachment is a symptom of your own anxiety, which means you need to continuously immerse yourself into stillness. The more still you can become with yourself, naturally you won't begin to project that onto other people and feeling anxious around them. The attachment that you have to other people is actually an indication of a lack of attachment that you have to yourself. And typically we get disconnected from ourselves when we begin to latch onto other people. Most people, I believe it was Pascal that said something to the effect of, most of humanity could solve their problems if they could simply be by themselves. A continuous immersion into stillness and meditation for long periods of time and being comfortable alone will naturally begin to deplete the anxiety that you then end up projecting onto other people. So yeah, and that can be extrapolated for all desires outside of people. Last live went well with donations to the point that they're still drinking. Listen, even if you got no donations.
Yo, that's crazy. Let me close this window though.
Yeah, it's freezing, innit? Even if you got
Hey, that drink hitting.
Oof. As a black woman, I had to push out that narrative too. You're not alone. See, Mr. Arthur? See? There you go. We accept that belief and then we enter that world. It's a mad thing. It's a straight mad thing. Parallel Universe of Self is a goated book. Appreciate that recommendation. It's a pleasure. What do you think about the book Reality Transurfing? Very, very good book. I've read that book numerous of times, over 10 times at this point.
Really?
But for me, yeah. Do you want to see it?
Is it a fat book? Is it the one that says 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Yo.
That's not even my biggest book. Do you want to see my biggest book?
Is that cold? Man, what the fuck is that? Is that on behavioral science or some shit?
No, this is my favorite book by my favorite author, James Allen.
Oh, you always speak about James Allen.
Yes, this isn't even all his books. I have more of his books here, but he's my favorite author. And look how huge this book is. And you can't see it from the camera, but there's a lot underlined stuff. Annotated it, stars.
Yeah, there's loads. Mad. That book is fat.
How many pages is this book? 840. But yeah, I love Reality Transurfing, but I only take the part that I find particularly useful from it, which for me is the coordination principle and then the concept of pendulums and how to break them. That's just me personally.
I literally just came to a page and it said you can create your own fashion pendulum.
So there you go. How to manifest a high frequency chick. Be a high frequency guy, and then naturally you'll just meet somebody that's on your way.
Where was this?
Down there. In fact, so don't even worry about that after that. Yeah. I'm so proud of you adhering to your calling. We studied a lot of the same material. When our paths cross, I'll mention this. Your service to humanity, man. Yes, thanks, sir. It'll be a pleasure, Mr. Tucker. Thank you.
Someone said is
bro's always glazing James Allen.
Nah, it's so true. I feel like every video I edit after we'll get a picture of James Allen to put on the screen.
Do you know what's deep about James Allen? So he wrote this in the early 1900s. Like I was reading one of his books one time.
Oh, he's the one that said nigger.
Yeah, yeah, it was dark. Like he was like, do not take on niggardly tendencies. I was like, oh.
I know you went to research when the
I was like, not my goat. Not my goat talking this. How can you be on consciousness and go and say that? I was like, whoa.
Niggly tendencies.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's wild.
I was like, raw. Why you do me like that?
Someone said, is everything that happens in our reality a reflection of our internal?
I can't say everything. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Because I don't think any belief system taken to its extremity is healthy. Christianity taken to extremity isn't healthy. Buddhism taken to extremity isn't healthy. Islam taken to extremity isn't healthy. Hinduism taken... No belief system, even politics, no belief system taken to its extremity is ever healthy. I believe, as a concept spoken about in Buddhism, it's not the left path, the right path, it's the middle path. I think that ability to stay somewhat on the middle path and grounded, I think that is most beneficial. So when somebody says it's everything, I'm like, I can't say everything, because there's a lot of things that I wouldn't say to somebody would be their fault if they manifested it. I just couldn't be that person. You know, you have some spiritual people that walk up to a homeless person and be like, just manifest money. I think that's very ignorant.
That's wild.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think so. That's just not what I'm on. And there's an amazing author. Let me see if I can find her book. Oh, it should be somewhere.
You sure it's not James Allen?
Okay. Well, I believe it's pronounced Britt Hartley. And she has a book called No Nonsense Spirituality. That book is the perfect example of what I'm articulating here. I don't think any particular belief system taken to extremity is any particularly healthy. Not Islam, not Christianity, not even spirituality. I think once you begin to go to the extremity of things, you begin to destabilize the left or right hemisphere of your brain, which can then lead to an inactive neocortex, and then your high level of thinking is inhibited without even realizing. I think No Nonsense Spirituality is a great book, even though I believe she calls herself a mystical atheist. If you see this, please forgive me, but yeah. Let me get to my next point.
Someone said, you helped me help myself manifest my desired reality. My AI, Girls Who Cry, music blew up in October, went from 100 streams to 700,000 up to this point. I'm starting my travel vlog with Paris, New York, Vegas, all booked. That's crazy.
That's fire. What's their name?
Heart Too Heavy.
Yo, shoot me a message on Instagram. That's fire. So another thing that I said to my client this week, something that I said to a client this week, was this. I said, your intuition wants to be heard. If you're not listening, it will stop talking. When we don't listen to our intuition, we are led to our destruction. Now, naturally, with the work that I do with clients, as I begin to shift their self-concept, identity, self-image, state of consciousness, frequency, their intuition naturally begins to shift, because your intuition is a direct reflection of the frequency that you're tuned into. And in doing so, your intuition will begin to change when you change. But naturally, one of my clients who's like, yeah, I know I've had this thing to do, but I haven't done it for a while. I said, why? He said, I don't know. I just haven't done it. And I said to him, if you're not listening to your intuition, it will stop talking. Because when you're tuned into a particular frequency, that version of you will be reminding you on how you got there in the first place. And in doing so, you then, by not listening, you say to it, I don't care what you have to say. So it stops speaking. Imagine you're trying to tell someone what to do all the time and they're not listening. It gets to a point where you just stop speaking, no?
True. What does our intuition sound like?
Well, you can't hear your intuition if your mind is clouded, which is another thing. So I said to him, you're going to have a very hard time to hear your intuition when you're making the mistake of not clearing and cleaning your mind. Through meditation, whenever you're not cleaning your mind, you won't be able to hear clearly. In doing so, you have a million voices in your head. Hence why I always say, the quietest mind hears God the loudest.
Wow.
Real hard. Write that one down, still.
Clip that.
How do you meditate, Nero? I don't do any breath work, me personally. I just quite literally sit in silence for an hour. Or if I feel as if my focus is beginning to deteriorate, I'll stare at my doorknob for an hour straight. And whenever my mind goes away, I bring it back.
You stare at a knob. Cool. Each to their own. You know?
How do I meditate without looking mad in a house full of people? How do you look sane to the insane? AJ and Nero have some going on actually.
Man, what? 20 euros.
Patty's energy. We appreciate you, Nero. Thank you for enlightening us. Thank you for feeding our alcohol addiction.
20 euros. That's closer to pounds than dollars, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like that.
We can get a bottle of Captain Morgan's with that.
Yeah.
Spice rum.
I like me a spice rum.
Spice rum, Captain Morgan's. Give me that with a Coke. 3 ice blocks. Let's see what else I have on the list today.
Genuine question, are you constantly manifesting?
Yeah, constantly. Oh, this is a quote from Rockefeller that I actually said to a client, which is so funny because this client makes 10 times the amount of money I make. But anyways, it was a perfect example. Rockefeller said, the man who works all day has no time to make money. And I think that's such a cold bar. And I took that outside the context of just money, right? My client was getting bogged down in doing a lot of work and he's constantly in grinding mode. And I said to him, you have to understand, even if we're looking at success from a point of asymmetric leverage, you know, how can you put the smallest input and make the largest output, so on and so forth. In doing so, when you're so encapsulated by the physicality of work, your mind is so focused on doing that you never have time for thinking. And thinking is the highest leverage activity that you could do, especially as you begin shifting frequency. Your intuition is going to tell you what to do to get to where it is that you want to be. But if you're so focused on doing, then you actually negate the potentiality of listening on for that higher level to know what it is that you want to do. So when Rockefeller says the man who works all day has no time to make money, let's take it metaphysically and say the individual that works all day has no opportunity to hear their intuition to go to their next level.
You know, it's crazy because reading that book, 10X, I always just have you in the back of my mind, pause. And I'm just like, everything you're saying is basically what you say, essentially.
That book is great.
It's like, yo, you need time to rest and recover.
What's y'all zodiac sign? Y'all dead seem like family from a native-born American Queens, NYC. You're a Virgo, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus. I don't know if we're supposed to get along. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
They'll probably tell us now, you man are enemies. Like, watch out. Watch out, Nero.
Bro, what's the weirdest meditation you've had? When I astral projected? That's it.
Oh, yeah.
No context Nero channel is hilarious. Bro says that Homelander couldn't have done it without Nero. It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Thoughts on semen retention and its benefits? A lot of benefits. But the largest benefit of semen retention, besides storing your life force, is actually the conviction that you get from the discipline of following what you're saying. Because you have to understand, self-mastery is the foundation for mastery of reality. It's very difficult to master reality if you don't master yourself. And a lot of the times, especially as men, when we begin to partake in certain behaviors, we're extremely harsh on ourselves, which indirectly does nothing more than set the universe up to be just as harsh to us. So in something like semen retention, it's not actually that semen retention makes manifestation easier, right? Or, you know, monks would be living the best that they want to be, or individuals that take on that particular monk lifestyle. But you have to understand, it's the conviction and confidence that you get from adhering to your word. It's easier for the universe to listen to you when you listen to yourself. And this isn't to negate semen retention, because it's extremely powerful practice, right? Semen in of itself is cultivated from every one of the vital organs. Mantak Chia talks about this in his book, right? In both of his books, about sexual kung fu, which is a crazy thing to say. Sexual kung fu is crazy, but it's a thing. Checking in from Houston, Texas. It's all the way. It's all in the here and now.
I don't know if I'm gonna read this right. My desired reality.
AJ can't read.
My desired reality is my GMA, grandma, I'm assuming.
I don't know what GMA is. Is it a car?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's short for grandma.
What's GMA?
Let's just assume you're saying grandma, because I feel like this is pretty crazy. My desired reality is my grandma leaving me her stocks. Should I visualize / acknowledge the obvious negatives of my desired reality?
When you say your grandma leaving you, what do you mean by that?
This is what I'm saying.
What?
What
are you saying?
What are you saying right now?
What are you saying right now?
You're planning something crazy.
What are you saying right now?
I know her.
I don't know about that one.
Her stocks must be crazy.
I don't know about that one.
I've never heard anyone
He
short
said
grandma.
he said he's visualizing his grandma to leave him her stocks.
What you actually visualizing?
What does that mean?
What you actually visualizing?
What does that mean?
And you told him to start at the end. Visualize the end.
What does he mean by that?
It's not good, man. Difference between mindfulness meditation and nothing meditation.
I don't think there is a difference.
Midterm next week. How can I manifest good grades?
Yo, that's mad. No. Pause on that. That's mad.
Well, everyone's saying as well.
Someone says slamming out grandma.
No,
that's crazy. Like, yo, how much did he donate?
$5.
Yo, send me your account so I can give you your money back. I don't want no part of that. That's crazy. Just be a good grandson.
That's 3 million.
Brother, is that not mad?
Bro, I've been reading it over and over again thinking, does it actually mean grandma? Because I'm like, GMA, and I was like, it only makes sense. Especially because he said her. Do you get me? Someone said RIP grandma. Nah, man.
Nero, you seen Jay-Z in the files. Why is everyone saying this to me? You say you like someone's music, and now everyone's reminding you of this. Yes, I did see his name. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. It's not looking good.
I'm learning from your video for the past couple months, but right now I'm watching how to outsmart the old version of you that can't let go. I think you're doing a good job. Keep going.
Thank you very much.
$10. I appreciate it. Saving up for a rare nephew.
Someone said blood money. Literally. Literal definition of blood money.
Oh my God.
Literal definition of blood money. That's moving man. Come on, bro. Like, you can't want those stocks that bad. Like,
must be a lot.
You'll be good. Like, you're good. Yeah, it must be a lot in there.
The stocks must be
Yeah,
at
how
least
much, how much you got?
Considering his grandma, she was investing from early.
Yeah, she probably
That's
been investing for like 70 years.
You know, the compound.
You get me? Back in the days where you could buy a house for 500. now that house is worth $1 million. Yo, old people will literally be like, I don't understand this generation. You know, they're not buying houses. Whole time they were buying houses for $3,000. It's crazy.
Outrageous, man. He's taking visualizing from the end too literally.
Way too literally.
Can I get more advice on how to
Checking in
outsmart
from
the
Manchester,
old version of you?
UK. Shout out Manny.
Shout out Manny. I love Manny.
Yeah.
Can I get more advice on how to outsmart the old version of you?
It's not necessarily that you need more, because if you're asking for more, that means you've already heard what I've said. It's just you being aware of, one, that awareness is the first step to transformation. So when you're aware of it attempting to provoke you, you've already won half the battle, whether you realize this or not. And then it's about realizing the tendencies and characteristics that it's going to attempt to cultivate in you. It being fearful, it's going to project its fear onto your transformation. It being sadistic, it's going to attempt to thrive off of your sadness. You have it being reactive, it's going to instinctively try to get you to move by default instead of design. It's really just about you understanding the foundations, and this isn't even about that question in particular. It's about you understanding that, and this is for all of you, in the realm of manifestation, there's really only so much that can be said. And your mind trying to look for more does nothing more than deteriorate what it is that you do know. Because unfortunately, the more that you actually learn, the more you begin to deplete your conviction in what you do know. And more importantly than knowing more is having more conviction in what you do know. That's mad. Nero, you guys almost answered my doing good at midterms question, but the dude with the grandma interrupted you lot. Yo.
Well, you said how to manifest good grades. You got midterms, some. Oh, I'm sure I told you to revise.
Tagged you on Instagram showing you my little library inspired by Master Nero. Let's not do that. Let's not do the Master Nero thing. You can just call me Nero. It's genuinely okay. Still waiting for Nero to stop gatekeeping his shoulder workout. It's not even a gatekeeping thing. I just don't know what it's called. I know what to do. I don't know what it's called.
One day I'll vlog it.
He'll never do that. Absolutely never.
The only thing with vlogging it will be long. You'd have to wear sunglasses.
Next, in the gym. my next thing that I wrote this week that I said to my clients: when you feel good for no reason, the universe will make you feel good for no reason. And I like that very much, because most of the time we have this conditional nature that we require to see something from reality in order for us to feel something. But by going off metaphysics, it's you feeling something that allows you to see something. The issue is we play the game backwards. We say, when I see this, then I'll feel this way. Then I'll be more calm. Then I'll be more happy. Then I'll be more joyous. Then I'll really be able to enjoy an apple. Without realizing that it's actually your ability to immerse yourself into the emotions ahead of time that will inevitably unfold that reality from you. No piano today, AJ.
No piano right now. The piano's out of service, so like it's coming back tomorrow. Someone's coming to fix it tonight.
What's up with everyone in reality transurfing? There's other books out there, honestly.
Yeah, I think someone donated asking about,
honestly, genuinely,
your thoughts on reality transurfing.
They already asked me that, no?
Someone literally just asked again.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Another person donated, asked me the same question about the book.
Yeah. They also said, is it the same as Manifestation but framed different? I see it framed in the listing to the rustling of morning stars. What?
It's quite poetic, that. It's quite poetic. But I love reality transurfing. I've read the book a multitude of times. I can't even read a book without glazing.
Multiple times.
Oh, okay. So if I reread a book multiple times, I'm glazing.
Yeah, bro. Don't lose your aura now.
Anyways, I love particularly the coordination principle and pendulums. Everything else is just, I don't really need anything else.
Yo, which thumbnail you like more?
This one, because this to people would be too far from them to conceptualize actually doing this. This isn't possible in people's heads. That one.
You see, I thought the same thing. Someone said this is too clickbait and it will put people off.
No, don't do that one. Nero, I'm Nero trainer. Hit me up for he's not my trainer. That is just not true. That is just not true. That is absolutely not true. That is absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. I actually don't know who that is.
Wait, what?
Someone said I'm Nero's trainer. Hit me up for your workout plan. That's crazy work. Nero, where's the best area to visit in London? None.
I did see your old PT at the gym. I was hitting shoulders. He was like, "Yo, where's bro at?" I was like, "Oh," he goes, "Is at a different gym?" He's like, "What gym?" I said, "Oh, you know." Yeah. And then he was like, what's he doing there? Like, why don't he just go Pure Gym? It's right there. Like,
yo. See, now when we see him on Monday, he's gonna be chatting to me. He's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
He was like, I was telling him to come my gym, and he's gone there.
Yeah, because he goes to those gyms. You know, like those bodybuilder gyms where the weight, it just looks cold in there. Like the environment just looks cold, and they have iron weights.
Yeah.
And we're not doing all of that. We're not doing all of that. We're not doing all of that. We ain't doing all of that. Is that AJ beside you? Yeah,
maybe.
Is. Yes, this is AJ. Even though people think all the time that you're white.
You know, someone always comes on the live and like, it's the first time I've seen AJ.
At what age were you most peaceful? How old am I now? 24?
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought you were 27.
Yo, first part of life was peak. First part of life was just, yeah.
Why for the slurp? I was slurping because he was...
Nah, why for the slurps though? With
a
fire sign. With a fire signs is crazy. How are you guys doing today, bro?
How we doing?
We're good actually. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
No one ever asked me how I'm doing. I think I'm doing okay.
Why do I keep losing money when trading when I shouldn't? I already know I should be profitable by now.
AJ, you found your thumbnail guy, kind of.
More than likely, what you consciously and subconsciously define as money is very different. Most of us that grow up in particular circumstances experience money and observe money through a lens of scarcity, survival, pain, and sadness. And then when you go to manifest money, you have the conscious idea that you're just going to get these, these real life coins. But then on a subconscious level, which is where reality is materialized from, it says more pain and suffering. So then in doing so, to avoid the pain of suffering, scarcity, and survival, your subconscious mind attempts to get rid of that pain without realizing that pain is associated to money. Money equals pain, but you try to get rid of pain, and then you end up getting rid of money.
You donated.
Oof. Oof.
Yo.
Oof. Oof.
Oh man. I feel like there's a few more donations though. Let me see. Having trouble with subconscious blocks from London. Love from London, sorry.
Ooh.
That's it, bro. Yo.
AJ left me on scene talking about thumbnails.
You know what? Life gets busy, man. Like, your thumbnails were actually decent, I can't lie.
Oh, so you know him?
Yeah, DMs.
Oh, shout out my young G, Guapo Mastery. Shout out my young boy.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah.
Wow, donation on my days.
Room got real quiet.
Bro's drinking best. Relax.
Oof. Oh, Miss Magnetizer. Hello. Oof. The drinks are taking effect. Nah, far from that. AJ, go through the donations and let me know what's there.
Why do I keep losing money while trading when I shouldn't?
We done that one.
You done that.
Next one.
Having trouble with subconscious blocks. Love from London.
Next one.
Do you want that one?
God, you asked that.
You want that one?
Yeah, of course. All questions. All questions will be answered.
What's your view on homosexuality? $10 donation. Thank you.
I actually don't have a view on it. Believe it or not, I think it's actually quite toxic that especially in our community there's a lot of hatred towards people of homosexual nature, and there's just, yeah, especially if you're African, yeah. I just think it's unnecessary.
About black in general.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's so played out because I think it's seen as some type of immoral character deflaw. But like, there's actual badness in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. Like,
the fact that someone even had to ask that as a question as if there's something wrong with that. Which is actually the funny part, because it's like, why? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. But yeah. Bro got me fucked up with the you on me.
Yo.
But yeah, why would you ask that actually?
Nah, serious, and donate as well. Like, he really wanted it answered.
Yeah. And anyways, what would my opinion matter? Like, let's say I was a hateful individual. Like, then what? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Someone said, well, they donated $5 and said, I'm at the 9 to 5, just sent dollars for the sake of thanking you again.
You didn't need to do that. Thank you very much.
Must have joined after the last guy asked.
Someone said drink water, you too.
There's no water inside.
No, there's no water.
No water inside. Oh.
I'll see what you do.
Oh, first. Around the same.
Oh. My opinion matters. That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. Don't make the mistake of attributing unnecessary degree of importance to the opinion of somebody that has no effect on your life.
My social media apps are blocked right now. He said to check the recent ones.
Oh, hello, Andrea. Nero and AJ, what the hell, another live. I appreciate you both. Always, it's so lovely to see your comments on the videos. Thank you so much.
Nah, for real.
Always,
Thank you.
always appreciate you. Let's see what else.
When is Outsmarting Reality 2 coming out?
Never.
I reckon you should write another book. Not
Perfect.
now. In about 5 years.
Yeah, in about 5 years. Perfect. So, another thing that I said to a client of mine this week: delays are an opportunity for you to stabilize your frequency, so when it comes, you can sustain it. So, this is a question that I get always, like most of the time. People say, "How do I manage the delay of manifestation?" And I always say this: pre-framing it as a delay is an indication of something's wrong. If you say, "Yo, I had a package that was supposed to come on this day, but it's delayed," that is inherently a bad thing. And because you're pre-framing it with the association of something, a delay being a bad thing, you're then indirectly beginning to distort your manifestation as it's taking place. How often do you see people say, "Oh, I'm waiting for my manifestation. I know reality has a delay, a delay, a delay, a delay." And without realizing it, you make the mistake of beginning to distort what it is based upon the unconscious, indirect implication of what a delay means. I need you to understand one thing in particular. As reality is materializing, it's not a delay. It's an opportunity for you to stabilize your frequency without the necessity of physical evidence, so that when reality materializes itself, you have the capability of sustaining it. What you don't want to be like is somebody who wins the lottery, wins 100 mil, and then in doing so, you lose all that money entirely. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't have the frequency necessary to sustain the reality. Because if you don't have the equivalent frequency of a reality, you won't be able to sustain it. Oh, the individual that asked about homosexuality said, "My constructs are shaped from religion. Your perspective and knowledge is appreciated in my deconstruction process. That's why I asked." Makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. And you know what? This isn't even about homosexuality. I'm glad that you actually asked that question, because it brings up a good point, especially when you come from a certain type of religious background. You have to understand that a lot of religion is intertwined with unnecessary reinforcement of guilt. And if we look at guilt metaphysically, guilt is a corrosive emotion that quite literally eats you from the inside out. Pause. And in doing so, once you begin to feel guilt, that unconsciously negatively begins to distort your whole life. Because when you feel guilt, the only way that we believe we can alleviate guilt is through self-condemnation. Self-condemnation is self-punishment. When you begin to punish yourself, you indirectly begin to influence your reality to reflect through conditions, circumstances, and events to punish you in the same way. So in doing so, that's not even about homosexuality. This could be about even, I don't know, listening to worldly music. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you're in that paradigm, you're almost walking on eggshells, because you have this idea that there's this deity in the sky that's watching your every move, waiting for you to slip up so they can punish you. And in doing so, that makes you very, very hyper conscious and almost puts you in this state of anxiety. You feel what I'm saying? But thank you for your question, Joanne. Y'all look like you're up to no good, respectfully.
I see now. I was like, God, wow.
Nero, your set is so ass high. Me said, I don't have a set. It's actually me.
That's funny. Bro, shot his shot.
That question was so left field, though.
Yeah.
I love you for deconstruction. It can be so difficult. Sometimes permission to change your mind externally allows your subconscious to release the old belief. I've been getting rewired. Oh, deconstructing is real, you know.
You've been getting rewired all week. You know that can have a different meaning. I've been getting rewired all week.
How did your mind even come up with that? I dare
you say you've been getting rewired and see what one.
I could never say that. I could never say that I'm getting rewired.
Exactly.
That's just me, though, isn't it?
Who else is getting rewired here?
My spin hurts after trying that sexual energy cultivation stuff for the first time, Nero. Your fault, because you recommended that shit. What's spin?
I don't know.
What is a spin?
What did you recommend him?
I recommended
what country are you from?
I recommended a book. What the hell is a spin? What's up, Nero, from Houston, Texas? Shout out Houston. I love Houston.
Oh, that's Naira.
What's a spin?
AJ, pause.
Just want to thank y'all for demonstrating how to not take things so seriously. Now, we're really serious. That could actually be a bit of a problem. Oh, is he saying spine? My spine hurts. What were you doing?
Yo.
What were you doing?
Yo.
That has nothing to do with
He was doing what you told him.
That's not true, AJ. Don't do that. Where's the book? Yeah, they're right here. There's one here. Yeah.
Yo, you got that annotated, bro.
Yeah. Macrocosmic orbit. Like, your spine shouldn't be... What were you doing? I think you were freestyling. I think you were doing your own thing, if I'm being honest. I think my man... I think he's doing something else. You get me? Because there's no reason as to why your spine should be hurting. I don't know what you're up to, actually. And I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Thank you for the £1. Gonna get a pack of Haribos with that. Can we get a pound of Haribos?
I feel like it'd be £1.19 or something.
Oh, we can't get Haribos, but thank you. Thank you very much.
You can get gum. Small pack.
Y'all, yo, learned a ton from your book and YouTube. Appreciate you, bro. How do you finally fix your sleep schedule? You're asking the wrong person.
Just sleep earlier. Close your eyes.
Yeah, man.
Pretend you're sleeping and you'll sleep.
Quick manifestation there. Quick manifestation there. Yo, you manifest how you... Type of question is this?
Man, no brainer.
There's no nigga doing what you're doing. You're protected by the gods. I'm protected by the gods and my ancestors. Real life.
What do you mean by that, bro?
And I got protection in real life.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yo, in fact...
Them affiliation allegations.
Okay, no. I take that back because that makes it sound like I'm affiliated with, which absolutely not.
Hey, AJ, Manchester, we cooked Tottenham 2-0 today. Yeah, we whooped Tottenham's ass. Well, more than 4 games unbeaten, but on a 4-game win streak. One more game, and that guy that says he ain't going to cut his hair until Man United get 5 wins. That's going to be done. One more game. You see what happens when you change something that's been holding you back in life.
Forgot to say thank you. Started watching a year ago and I thought AJ was actually in the back playing the piano. Hold on.
I am.
He is.
I am.
What?
Come on, bro.
What? Don't do that. Heart Too Heavy is my artist name, but my name is under Unbox My Life 3. I listen to your thing still.
35 Canadian. Ain't that like £5?
Weekend blessings to Batman and Robin. He hates DC and he also hates Batman. So this is just very offensive to him.
I don't even hate DC because I like Flash.
We're not doing this again.
But Batman is not really a superhero because he doesn't have powers.
We're not doing
but
this.
Anyway, I appreciate it.
This. Here maintaining and keeping the old frequency at bay. Much gratitude for you gents. Locked away my gifts for too long. Y'all showed me I'm not different. I'm the anti-villain. Thank you. Listen, the end of that sentence...
That could go very left.
It could go extremely left.
Very quick.
That could
catch you in the news.
That could go extremely left. I don't want them to say, you know what I'm saying? Attack influenced by a spiritual guru. Wait, we're not, that's what we're not doing.
If this was an episode
He's slurring your words.
An episode of Black Mirror. The next day we're going on the news. We're seeing someone talking about neural knowledge made me do this.
Yeah, let's do none of that.
On a mad thing.
Love from Nigeria, man. I want to go Dirty December for real.
Okay.
Did you come to Toronto yet?
I actually need to go.
Nah, we ain't had the pleasure. going to Toronto yet.
I'm going to Toronto this year, by the way.
What do you mean you're going?
Whether you're coming or not, I'm going.
Excuse me? Whether I'm coming or not, you're going?
Yeah. I know you don't really want to go deep down. You're thinking Toronto for that.
We could literally go to Toronto.
Okay.
Instead of like Houston or LA. How are you doing this?
Nah, but it's cold right now, so I'm not going right now. Bro, I seen it's like minus 20 in Toronto right now.
Well, you're used to the cold, bro.
Minus 20? No.
Minus 20 is a bit mad.
What the fuck?
$50. I appreciate you. I've listened, learned a great deal about myself and the world that I am and engaged. My portfolio went from 7K to over 130K through your illumination. Much love from Memphis. Man. I want to get you here in the M-Town.
What is Memphis actually like?
I swear, Memphis. I swear Memphis is where Pooh Shiesty's from.
I'm sure there's someone else from Memphis as well. Because they say Merzik.
Yes.
Merzik.
Glorilla. I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
And I believe, thank you very much for your donation. That is absolutely amazing. I'd like to take a photo of that actually so I can read that out in the next video that we record, because that's just really, really cool. Thank you very much. And if I'm being honest, I have no idea what I'll end up, why I'd end up in Memphis. Like, for some reason, especially from outsiders, Memphis is never spoken about as a location to go to in America.
Yeah.
You have like the typical cities, or typical states, like Texas, New York, Miami, California. And I think other than that,
that's it.
Yeah, like from the outside in, we don't really know much. So like when I hear Memphis, my mind goes to like rappers that I know of. I don't know anything about Memphis.
Young Dolph.
Yes, Young Dolph. That's what I knew was from Memphis. And I love Young Dolph. AJ actually knows the lyrics to Young Dolph songs. Not because he's ever listened to them, but because he's heard me rap him so much. What?
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah. Mobbing in the belly smoking moon. Rocks. Pockets full of motherfucking blue. What?
Who's that?
Young Dolph.
Oh, no, I know that song still.
Yeah. Because I play it all the
not
time.
because of you, bro.
Yeah, you do. And Key Glock, yeah.
Key Glock's from Memphis.
Key Glock and Young Dolph are cousins, I believe.
Are they? That's mad.
Yeah.
Key Glock's hard.
Yeah. Young Dolph is hard. I think it was my top 5 artists listened to. Between By Mistake, Talking to My Scale, and Major.
And then he's from there too.
Yeah.
I need to research this Memphis place for real.
Master Nero. Let's not do that.
This is moving like a cult now.
Let's not do that jazz deep. Let's not do that.
Jazz deep.
You kind of look alike. There's no way you're saying that.
That's gotta be racially motivated.
It's extremely racially motivated. Nero, why are you so tapped in with Memphis, bro? I like good music. New Orleans is a very different place with a ton of history. I heard there's bear witchcraft in New Orleans. And vampires. Hi Nero and AJ. How to get my ex-girl out my head and transform my thoughts about her damn, so I can be open for other love. I don't think you sound like you're in the position for other love, if I'm being honest.
That's a bit deep.
Yeah. The issue is you're resisting your thoughts, and anytime that we resist our thoughts, we do nothing more than inevitably set them up to persist. And I need you to understand that the thoughts that you're having, you need to allow yourself to experience them to their fullest, so you allow yourself to process them out entirely. But I would probably slow down before you go and get a new girl. You understand what I'm saying? Nero, how do I maintain high frequency while drunk? I'm not sure I should be saying. I don't think I should. I'm in the position to speak, if I'm honest. Run up on this fire and get burnt. Then spend $500,000 just on furniture, nigga. Paper around business, said don't. Cause be careful who you call your friends. They turn on you. I'm DUI right now.
Ever
I
been
don't
to
belong.
Mexico?
I know, well, one thing about it, I'm gonna get papers. Another thing I live. Ever been to Mexico? Never.
Someone said your notes, bro. They're trying to get the elites info.
Oh yes. Thank you for reminding me. Forgot about that for a moment.
Someone said Memphis is a shithole. That's why.
Who said that?
Beaten path.
That's everybody from Memphis have beef with that person there. Okay. Another thing that I've said to a client this week is reality will always try to convince you that your manifestation would have happened anyways to downplay your ability to create. Now, you have to understand something. As we begin to experience synchronicities or things that we can conceptualize as far beyond coincidental, our mind, our old frequency will attempt to gaslight us into saying, this would have happened anyway, this would have happened anyway. But one thing that you need to understand is that there's an invisible string that connects the mind and reality. And because the invisible string connects the mind and reality, your ability to see that invisible string and make it more visible and more visible and more visible will determine an actual cause and effect relationships that you can actually quantify. But what naturally happens is when we begin to manifest things, or we look back on things that we materialized, we'll say to ourselves, that would have happened anyways, without realizing that that's what your old frequency is saying to you, to end up diminishing your ability to create. Because if it can convince you that you don't create, then you will create yourself into not creating. It's such an irony. Such an irony.
Bro, this as well. Someone donated $10 and said, Nero, you've taught me so much this past year. I can't thank you enough. Here's some money for alcohol.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Feeding the addiction is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Hats off to you.
24-year-old with an alcohol addiction. Crazy. Crazy. Listen. Everybody needs a vice. J. Cole. I ain't heard the album yet. I'm gonna listen to it though. I haven't had the opportunity. Nero, are you building a mansion in Zimbabwe? Absolutely not. As a Zimbabwean, I think this is an African thing. I'm not sure if Jamaicans do this, but there's been instances where it's a very known thing that people will begin to send money back home.
And it's not going to anything that you want it to go to.
You get what I'm saying? You'll end up sending money to think that you're building a yard back at home.
No word of a lie that happened to my dad. No word of a lie. About 5-10 years sending money back. He went to visit. He went to visit and said, "Come, let me see." I promise you, there was no foundation. There was nothing.
Bro,
wild.
Bro, I heard of a situation where a house was built. It wasn't built in the person that was sending money's name. The person that was just the person handling the money built it in their name. This is a common thing. So when you're asking, would I build a mansion in Zimbabwe even though I'm Zimbabwean, I know if I'm sending that money back, it ain't going nowhere. You get me? Are you a chess player? Yeah, I am. Alcohol helps quiet the intellect. That's a very sophisticated way of saying that you're drunk.
You know, if you like chess, you would actually like Clash Royale.
We're not doing this.
Oh, okay.
Someone said facts. You have to monitor you have to be there to monitor.
Nah, real. You actually have to go every 3 months.
Nah, mums. So I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. It's so bad that Age was talking about how I give to charity and do philanthropy work. I can't do that in Zimbabwe. Because I know people that have donated money to schools and then the principals of the school just take that money and siphon it and eat barbecued meat every day and drink on my mom's life.
Yo.
On my mom's life. Mom's life. So I'm not doing all of that. I'm so grateful to Katie Clark for mentioning you on her channel. That's how I found you. And your channel's pure fire. Thank you for sharing wisdom with us. Endless blessings to you and AJ. Yeah, shout out Katie. I've had the pleasure of talking to her on Instagram. She's lovely. We love to see it. So, another thing that I said to my clients this week is, if you aren't actively telling the universe who you are, it will tell you who to be.
Damn.
Serious, isn't it?
Damn.
Because here's the thing, you have to be very conscious about the frequency self-concept that you're immersing yourself into. Because if you're not consciously immersing yourself into a certain state of consciousness, self-concept, identity, then naturally the universe is going to begin to tell you who you are by default. If you're not living by design, you're inherently going to live by default. So it's very important that you're conscious every day with what it is that you wish to materialize.
Man. See about that.
Yo, it's getting hot, man. Yo, it's getting hot. Yo. Nero, you're Shakespeare, bro. I'm far from that. You were supposed to come to South Africa. Why didn't you? I'm actually in South Africa next month.
Oh, you?
Potentially.
Bro, saying it like it's just solid. Trust me, this guy don't know where he's going until 2 days before, man.
He's very right. Nero, hop in the sauna to sweat out. We're here in the sauna tomorrow morning, isn't it?
Are we actually going?
It's been a while, but I think we.
You know why I messaged you saying that?
Why
in the book, it was like, yo, basically, you need to rest.
Oh yeah. The end of the book, and it's talking about rest.
Yeah. It was basically saying, yo, be like an athlete.
Yeah.
Just like LeBron.
Yeah.
Rest is just as important as playing.
Yeah.
So, made me think of Ronaldo though. So. Yeah.
Why do you always wear glasses? Because your future's too bright. If I wasn't wearing glasses, I'd be blinded by your future. Can I ask a question? How are two different accounts spamming the same question at the same time?
I did see someone say there's bots in this.
That's terrifying.
And it's funny that someone said there's bots because we spoke about
That's
bots
terrifying.
Today.
Your intelligence makes you guys so much more cooler. Thank you.
Thanks. Someone said I missed their thing. They're from Switzerland. CHF is Swiss currency, right?
Yeah, Swiss franc.
Yeah. They said, having success with lots of manifestations. Thank you lots, AJ and Nero. However, got some issues with my vision for 3 years now. Neurological reasons, visual snow. Keep asking myself where it comes from. Got it from burnout and stress. Makes it worse.
Then if you got it from burnout and stress, you need to swing yourself to the extremity polarity of stillness and relaxation for you to probably disconnect from that. That's what I would say. On the neurological aspect, I'm not a doctor. Nero, do you listen to Nas? Of course I do. My favorite diss track of all time is Ether. Let's have some manners. He's a Taurus. I am indeed a Taurus, yes. And AJ is a Virgo.
You know niggas are...
Oh, okay. Say that. How to let go of religion without guilt. Whew. I don't think you can. I think the guilt is almost like a darkness, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel that you just simply need to walk through it with. I don't think there's any way you can mitigate that, because I don't think you can outthink your way out of psychological programming. I just don't think it works like that, in my opinion. What's your favorite video you've uploaded? Oh, my last one. My last video is my favorite. Remove subconscious blocks, actually manifest, maintain frequency. That's my favorite video. Favorite video. As a Zimbabwean, I wonder how many of my fellow countrymen believe in what you do, knowing I can imagine. When are you guys coming on TikTok? The lives would be lit with you guys. Probably never, if I'm being honest. Guys are really breathing in 2026. I don't know what that means. Last video was fire. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know what my favorite video is?
What's your favorite video?
It's the one we just filmed. No word of a lie.
The internet one.
Did you not see me? I think that's the most attention.
Yeah, that's
the most attention.
Sometimes when I'm shooting, I'll look over at AJ and he's playing Clash Royale. And I'm like, does your family think you're crazy? More than likely. One of my uncles in our language calls me the cow that eats by himself. Which I kind of like, because I was always kind of to myself. You get what I'm saying? But to quote Nines, he said, the feds listened to the verses that I wrote, how the black sheep of the family turned into a goat. So, naturally, I could care less in the most respectful way. When I began to articulate my ideas and my perspective, of course, but then if they engaged in a debate with me, they'd quickly realize that I'm not just talking just to talk, whether I'm citing a book or citing scholarly work. You understand what I'm saying? I'm playing Roblox and listening to you now. That's a game I never played, you know. AJ, send me your Supercell ID.
I don't play Clash no more. I retired.
Because you're a grown man.
I can't be brain rotting.
Because you're a grown man.
I've even got an app that blocks social media apps.
Because you're a grown man.
But sometimes I take a little break now and again. Get lost. My screen time's improved.
I'm amazing.
I'm getting like 4 hours.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Change, man.
Feel different too.
Did you not like Breaking Bad?
He loved it.
Damn, man, it was meaty.
He loved it.
Denim jackets, fire look on you, my boy. Thank you very much. What's your favorite meal to cook? What's your favorite meal to cook?
At the moment, it's just steak.
My favorite meal to cook?
What's your favorite meal to cook?
Probably prawn tacos.
You see, when niggas say favorite though,
with of course salad in there, and then pomegranates in there, and then I make my own mayo sauce.
When you say favorite, I think about how long it's actually gonna take me.
Can y'all cook is the question.
Okay.
Wait right there.
Don't listen to him. He cooks like a few times a year.
Wait right there.
He cooks like a few times
AJ,
a year.
you're gonna lie on my name. You're gonna lie on my name.
When was the last time you cooked, bro?
2 days ago.
When did you cook?
Steak. So look, when I said prawn tacos,
The only reason he cooked that
I'm not
steak.
sure if you can see that. That's the prawn tacos. I'm not sure how visible that is.
Let's see. When's the date on that? Hey, yo.
2024, but who cares?
2024.
Listen.
He's showing you his favorite meal from
brown-
2024.
Some brown stew chicken. Hold on. Some jollof rice with some fried chicken.
Wait, you can make jollof rice?
Yeah.
Why have you never taught me how to make jollof
With
rice?
potato salad.
Is that cassava leaves?
No, it's bay leaves.
So what's cassava leaves?
I don't know. I don't use cassava. I'm not
Oh.
West African.
Fairs.
What else do I have here? Oh, look. Some curry chicken. Serious work.
Someone said you're lying. 2024, sir. This is Nero is a performative male.
Absolutely outrageous.
This is why I want to say favorite
No,
meal.
no.
You have to be making
I literally cooked 2 days ago.
The reason I say steak, because it's so easy to make and it's so nice.
I literally cooked 2 days ago.
Sweet potato fries, quickly, broccoli.
Do you know what it is? When like when you're so used to cooking like me, you don't even take everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even take
2024 is nuts.
Yeah, I'm showing niggas to 2024 is crazy.
And it's March.
Hold on. Vodka pasta.
I'll say this. That look lame. That look lame.
Vodka pasta with steak. The vodka that I used was Grey Goose. Listen, this was the other day.
Yes.
So don't do that.
Steak's a bit.
I like my steak medium rare. Me personally, I don't talk about
That
how
looks
you
a
like
bit
your
well.
steak.
That looks a bit well done.
That's crazy.
I like mine medium, not rare though. If it's rare, it's got to be put in again.
You lot aren't gonna play with me like this.
It's alright, man.
Some salmon with some potato salad and sweet potato mash.
Show me the date.
Are you mad?
Nah, to be fair, that's not that long ago. Actually.
Guys really be doing anything but telling the truth. Listen, you lot are violating. As if I'm having to prove to people that I you get me, that I can cook. I've been cooking. Like,
Nah, you've actually been cooking. You actually made me a meal once. I don't
when
get
are
that luxury
ice
no
breaking into your house, AJ and Nero? We don't have that in the UK.
more.
Yeah, we don't.
Thank God.
We don't have that. Actually.
Heard them man are shooting niggas.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. And I think if it did, it wouldn't go well for them. I think the community, especially in Birmingham, goodness gracious, I think. Yeah,
Wouldn't get away with that.
Yeah.
If they had guns, maybe.
Yeah, but
So anyway.
you know the UK is a bit, you know what I mean? As if guys are trying to, I literally cook all the time. Were you posting on Snapchat stories before you made? I've been posting on Snapchat from 2018, 2017. Yes, you can cook from 2 years ago. Sorry. Love a girl Cece, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you actually gonna let this narrative run? How are you gonna let this narrative run that I can't cook? Y'all be having sword fights in the hood. Pause on that one still.
Sword fights. You know what that means?
Pause on that one still. But anyways, I'm assuming you're talking about like knives.
I hope so.
Knife crime and stuff.
How's living in Brum? I don't mind it.
It's like the Maldives. It's like the Maldives.
Yo.
It's like we're in Bora Bora. Not gonna lie, that zesty still cooking's for gal.
Nah, you must be hungry. You're hungry, bro.
You must be an absolute caveman. So now niggas can't even cook. Guys, don't let AJ sway your narrative. I've been cooking since I was 13.
That steak I put on my story was fire though, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, still.
I had a couple people pop up to that saying, "What, you can cook?" I said, "You know,
it's frying a steak." It's frying a steak. It's frying a steak.
I keep my methods simple because I want to eat 30 minutes after
really
starting to cook.
Brum to the Maldives, man. AJ's evil, bro. He can't back you up. He is. AJ can't read. Nero can't cook.
Fairs.
No, that's not fair. It's not fucking fairs. It's not fairs at all. Because I can cook.
Now the pictures you got on, they're nice. And the food you made me is nice actually.
I've cooked for you.
Yeah, once. It was nice though. Really good. I like it.
Yeah, I've cooked for him. Yeah, what are we talking about? Anyways.
Back when we lived in the same building. Missed it.
Man, them just be speaking for the sake of it. Yo, so listen, here's the next lesson that I said to a client this week. Individuals that typically go through highs and lows externally are going through them internally. Now, one thing that I have to say is this. Especially when it comes to finances, people always go through these periods where like everything's good and everything's...
My neck has been crazy this week, bro.
Pause.
God.
You said that your neck is crazy.
My neck has been... Nah,
Yo.
My neck has been moving. It's just been...
Yo, listen. Bro, how are you going to say that while I'm in the middle of...
My neck's just in...
Yo, anyways, to get back to the show. I always say to clients, typically, especially clients that go through these periods where they have a lot of money coming in and then they have these drought periods in their business. More than likely, it's an inability to be able to stabilize at a neutral point in reflection of whatever it is that they want. This can be extrapolated across all fields. So typically, whenever people are going through highs and lows in their business, it's because their emotions are attached to the external. The external is the third dimensional realm illusion that is forever changing. There'll always be negative and positive in this third dimensional realm because we adhere to polarity. But when your internal state is dependent upon what is external to you, then unfortunately, you attach yourself to the external, which is an illusion, which is forever changing, which means your internal state is forever changing, which then simultaneously means that the external that you then end up reflecting after you've been swayed by will end up reflecting what it is that you have been swayed to. So when you're going through highs and lows, and this can be extrapolated through finances, relationships, and career, it's more than likely because you have an inability to stabilize at a neutral point. What you need to do is create an emotional charge consistent enough to then stabilize your mind, convince your mind that you already have it, to then destabilize the high and the low. Because if you can be brought up to the heights of the highs, you can be taken down to the lows of the lows. Your net being crazy is mad. That's crazy. That's mad. That's mad.
You don't get neck pain? Must be nice. Oh, I'm down for sword fighting, boys. Windows locked as well, that's wild.
People are screaming like I'm mad. My little cousin got me the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Great book. Great book.
I used to have that book.
The mug's empty, calm down, Unc. I just finished it, bro. Why are you preying me? Why are you watching me, bro? I just put it down. AJ got neck pain and Nero got groin pain. I've never said that. Nero got nothing in the cup, really sipping air. Why are guys watching? The cup is finished. Trust me. Yo, what is this? Yo.
But they said the cup is
why
finished.
they,
Trust
yo,
me.
what is this? Yo, what is this? What, like, are you like the police? Like, what's going on? Like, what is this? People are watching. This is crazy.
You the F is screaming. You lot heard that?
You heard that?
Hey,
keep it down.
That looks bad.
Yeah, it does. So you have to be at a neutral point. Yes, you have to be at a neutral point completely. You need darker glasses, not gonna lie. What if I want you to see? If it rains on the just and the unjust, is manifestation basically just not bitching when stuff goes bad, like treating reality like an annoying little sibling? Not necessarily, because the things that occur to us in this third dimensional realm, despite it being an illusion, is very real. Like when you're behind on rent, or your bread's low, or you're in a terrible relationship, or you're not getting employed, or you're not getting promoted. These are very real occurrences that have extreme consequences on the things that it is that we're doing. So it's not just about not bitching, because that's still a degree of toxic positivity where you're just simply avoiding what it is that you want. A common question that a lot of people ask in the realm of manifestation is, how do I ignore reality? And that question is always a very infantile question, because you have to come to the awareness that the thing that you're seeking to ignore is indicating something to it. Your inability to confront reality is an indirect, unconscious implication that you don't have the strength necessary to deal with that particular circumstance or reality, even though that circumstance and the power that it has is a reflection and it is strengthened by you. So until you have the capability of being able to stare reality in the face and allow those motions to dissipate, then really and truly you'll just be avoiding reality, which is no different from actually resisting, and then that leads to a form of persisting. Yeah, I beg you pour me up.
God damn.
Keep it off camera though. I don't want these lot to see what we're doing.
How much you want?
Not too much.
Let me know if you want some.
Nah, that's blessed. Nero, please stop ignoring my question. No, I'm going to keep ignoring it.
Bro said explain the Bible.
What does that mean? What does explain the Bible mean?
Bro said that like the Bible was a 2-line book.
Leave me alone. My tea is finished. I know yours is.
Tea. Fairs.
If that's what you want to call it. Guy still sipping air. It's this guy. This guy, Amanda Maprian. You are the age of Aquarius for real. Thank you very much.
Thank you for checking again and answering my questions.
It's obvious from the sound of the bottle opening, Nero.
What's obvious?
What's obvious?
Could be water in a bottle.
Literally. Bottled water?
Someone said thank you for checking and answering my question, but there's more drinks on me. 10.
Thank you very much.
What's it called? Swiss francs?
It's 10 Swiss francs.
Yeah. You showed me how to take
I love
my power
Switzerland.
back.
I'm actually in Switzerland next week.
You showed me how to take my power back. I know I can reclaim my vision as well. Much love from Switzerland. Shout out Swiss.
Switzerland's my favorite place ever.
He keeps saying that. I don't know why he keeps
AJ
saying
looks
that.
like he's about to rap about life struggles in the hood. Well, he's from a place called Handsworth. So he is very much from the hood.
You're from Wolverhampton. I think that's got to be one of the worst rated cities in the UK.
I think that's an exaggeration. Therefore, empty cup. See it. I'm aware of the psychological warfare that they're trying to do here. What's the time in the UK right now? It is 10:01.
Wolverhampton Wolves has a mixed reputation and is frequently cited in worst places to live lists. Through these rankings are debated by residents.
Now search Handsworth. Search Handsworth.
No, but Handsworth ain't a city though. It's just an area, isn't it?
So allegedly, I'm from one of the worst places in the UK. Allegedly. I don't think that's true by any stretch of the imagination.
Handsworth is not a city, but rather a district within the city of Birmingham in West Midlands. It has historically had a reputation as a high crime area. with recent data ranking it amongst
No
the most
way you're
various angels of Birmingham.
No way you're from Wolves, Neri. I'm from Wolverhampton.
Hanny, nah. If you said Hanny, oh, I know what you're on. You know too much when you're saying Hanny.
You're from Wolves. You see, when somebody calls Wolverhampton Wolves, but yeah, I'm from Wolverhampton. Yeah. Anyways, come to Romania. The Romanian girls are manifesting you. But your name is Edgar. I don't want to sound entitled at all. Ha ha ha. But could you answer my question, please?
What was your question? Did you know?
Where is your question? No.
Did I miss it?
Nah, I'll look for your name. Say your question again and I'll look for you. Don't worry. Wolves are at the bottom of the table in the premise.
Yeah, that's how you know that. Yo, them men are going down and never coming back up, man.
Well, I am not a girl, but they are manifesting you. How do you know this?
They're telling them.
Let's see the Carti. What are you talking about? It's not a watch, it's just a ring.
You got a ring?
Yeah, I'll call your ring.
Do you wear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer my question, bro. I'm trying to sleep. Go to bed, bro. Go to sleep.
United.
I know AJ's a content coach, but does he also make the pop the balloon videos? I saw him in one.
You didn't. You just didn't. You didn't see me in one. Bro, sipping his tea like I'm in one. Bro, I'm not in no pop the balloon, bro.
So you sent a paid question about nervous system.
What's the name?
Just look for nervous system. Japanese girls are manifesting you too, Nero. I'm the Japanese girl. See, I can't believe that. You remember that guy that was on our live once saying that he wanted to manifest an anime girl? We had no idea what he meant.
Oh,
that was a crazy time.
Well, we definitely missed this one. Someone said, please say more about reframing unsafety in the nervous system, as I'm elevating unsafety creates brain fog, making it hard to tune into intuition and inspired action.
The unsafety can only be mitigated by you immersing yourself into stillness at the moments you're beginning to feel unsafe. Now, this becomes slightly impractical in everyday moments. Like, let's say you're day-to-day doing things. You can't really say, let me go meditate, I'll be right back. But you can consistently immerse yourself into stillness and meditation without necessarily doing anything per se. So you're still training yourself to immerse yourself into stillness. But once again, just to reiterate something that you might have missed that I said at the start, a lot of people have this tendency, especially when they begin to go into the whole nervous system aspect of things. Your nervous system is calibrated between two polarities, safety and unsafety. Typically, people feel safe, but you have to understand, when you're accustomed to a particular frequency, you become addicted to it and you normalize it, which means that frequency is going to feel safe, but that doesn't make it a good thing just because you feel safe there. It's actually when you begin to transition from one frequency to another that you actually begin to feel unsafe. And then the mistake that a lot of people make is to negatively define that lack of safety as a reflection of something wrong as opposed to something good, because when you alter the definition of how you experience something, it alters how you experience it. So when you feel a lack of safety, that should actually be a confidence boost and a reinforcement that you're stepping in the right direction. How to manifest a based 5'5" goth girl who's into metaphysics.
Goth.
I don't know what based means, but listen, I don't know, man. Listen, bro. Why should I be 5'5"?
How would I go about booking you and your team for a possible in-person lecture?
Pause. That's nasty work. I'm sure that's the individual that's from Memphis.
Yes.
I'm sure that's the individual that is from Memphis. Just DM me. AJ is not my manager, guys. I'd like to make this very clear. I have no manager. So when people message AJ saying, you know, can you get this to Nero? I'm going to ignore it. Because he's not like...
Sometimes I don't even tell you about most of them.
Huh?
I don't even tell you about most of them.
Yeah, thank you.
I just move on.
Yeah, that's not what it is. Not what it is. AJ is my creative director. Nero only reading baddies' comments again. I don't know why guys always say this. Damn, 2 super chats got skipped.
2. God damn.
Just go to the library, you'll find that girl. Or a Satanist temple. I ain't going there though.
Please explain staying in frequency but also detaching.
Sustaining.
Staying in frequency.
But also detaching.
Yes.
You're seeing it incorrectly. A lot of people say, how do they get to a point of detaching? You get to a point of detaching when your mind is convinced that you already have it. So by actually doing the continuous internal work of immersing yourself into the state of consciousness, frequency, mental and emotional equivalent, self-concept of what it is that you want, then you actually get to a point where you convince your mind that you already have it and you naturally detach because your mind already thinks that you possess it, like those old pair of shoes that you have. Does that make sense? What else we got?
Someone said I missed a question. How do I manifest physical healing? It's kind of hard when I'm reminded of the injury with actual pain and not just mentally. I want to move as if everything is normal, but that could also lead to worse injury. Yeah.
So I don't typically answer questions on healing because it's just not side of what I do. But what I will say is this: recreate the moment that you actually got injured. And I say this because I've had a NFL client of mine who was injured and he got cut from his team.
Hey, yo, I thought my legs were gone.
Oh. Is that alright? Sorry. Yeah, I had an NFL client once who got cut from his team due to an injury. And even after he had healed, he was still playing as if he was injured. Now, I know that should not be your case, but what I told him to do is to recreate that moment where the injury took place and to recreate it as if it never happened. Because in doing so, you convince your subconscious mind that it never happens, and then you begin to set in motion the potentiality for your mind to maneuver differently. Now, what I would say is, please make sure that you're seeing a professional. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please make sure that you have a professional. Why are you ignoring my question and answering others? Did I do something wrong, Daddy?
Oh, okay.
And he's called Flash. That's why Flash is the worst superhero. Yeah.
The guy said DM on what platform? Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Instagram's blessed. If you hit me up on Insta, say less, I got that. Hey, what to do when you can't visualize images? Very good question. How do I manifest more girth? What?
You read that right.
I thought it was growth.
Nice. You know what girth is, right? Okay.
What to do when you can't visualize images? This is a very, very serious condition because a lot of people have the incapability of seeing things clearly, and I have days where my mind just won't allow me to visualize something clearly, so I take advantage of one thing in particular. It's not necessarily what you see that leads to a particular form of creation, it's the mental activity within your mind. Mental activity pertains to all senses that you can utilize with your imagination. So if you can visualize something, why don't you hear something that reflects that you have also attained what it is that you want? So some days when I can't see something with my imagination, I'll just lay there in a relaxed meditative state, so my brain is operating at alpha and theta state, so my subconscious mind is present, and just like hearing a song in my head, I'll hear something resonant with the materialization of what it is that I want again and again and again and again, and that will still produce the same emotion. Just admit you're an NPC if you can't visualize. I guess I'm an NPC, but then again, that's not really being allegations, isn't it? Say no more, bro. Starting my first sales job next week and I'm currently broke. How do I switch my mindset to be a top seller? You just have to think from the position and the attainment that you already are a bestseller. People often ask me, how do I do things when you know how to do it? So I'm not going to tell you how, because I'm sure I've seen your name here before, so I know that you frequently watch these videos, so you know how to do it. But oftentimes, asking how is just another form of you being addicted to being educated, which you're actually utilizing as a delay mechanism from actually changing. You know what you need to do and you know how you need to do it. Now it's just about your ability to do it. Aloha from Hawaii. Would love to meet you sometime. We enjoy your frequency. Aloha. Lilaila, Bahila, Mombo no Ohana. Richard said, sent a donation, can you answer my question? Please don't think, can you actually, can we find his question, please?
Whose question?
Richard. But one thing I want to make abundantly clear is
this. Did he donate?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the donations very much. you have as much chance being answered in normal chat as you do with donations.
Yeah, for real.
I'm just being honest.
He said, blessings. Question.
Blessings back to you, Richard.
Restarted a business. I messed up, but this time it seems to be a struggle to get it moving, but I've already done this before.
Because you said that you've messed up. So you have to understand one thing in particular. Oftentimes, a lot of people are unconsciously held back by their emotionally intense previous experiences or observations. So let's say you started a business in the past and it didn't unfold the way that you wanted to materialize. Or let's say it was a failure for whatever reason. That still exists in your subconscious mind. So business equates to failure. So then as you begin to step into the venture of business, your mind then feels this particular degree of failure, and then you end up self-sabotaging what it is that you want to materialize. Go back to your previous business failures, recreate them in a meditative state to convince your subconscious mind of something else, to change the subconscious association that is equated to business to reflect something that is much more better for you. Thank you very much, Richard, for your patience, and apologies again. Why do some things feel so hard to manifest? Because of your perception towards them. We find some things easy to materialize, we find other things difficult to materialize. And it's our perception that some things are greater that make us smaller versus certain things are smaller. The guy whose girl cheated on him with 3 guys and then robbed by them in his own home was so hilarious. That was a crazy question. Remember that guy? One guy was like, oh, my girl cheated on me with 3 guys and then they robbed me in my own house. That was a crazy time. I hope that was fake, genuinely. But sometimes this is people's actual lives. Do you know what I mean? But I genuinely hope that was fake. What camera do you use? I don't know. This is like a terrible webcam that I bought from Argos.
This is the camera we use for the YouTube videos. Same one. Do you guys listen to Tory Lanez? Man.
You ain't gotta do more than just say it. Bro, what happened to uploading the videos onto Spotify? That's actually never me. Somebody actually DM'd me and said, bro, I love your podcast on Spotify. I don't...
Oh, has the person doing it stopped doing it?
That's not me. I've never uploaded anything to Spotify, unfortunately.
Have they stopped uploading it?
No idea. AJ's gone. He isn't it?
I ain't gone.
You know niggas are gone when they tell you that they're fine. How do you manifest physical appearance change when you know you're manifesting the opposite of your desired reality through memories and stuff like that? Well, physical appearance, one thing that I'd like to make abundantly clear, I get asked this question often, and it's actually one of my most boring questions, because I think this type of question, and I see this kind of rhetoric prevalent throughout the community, you know, the fact that people can manifest appearance changes. I think that path of least resistance is to come to the recognition that your appearance isn't a problem until you decide it's a problem. And predicated upon you making a problem, your frequency speaks before you've even spoken. You then project that to be a problem unto other people. So oftentimes, people have said that they can alter their appearances. I have no familiarity with that, so I can't speak on that myself. But I think an easier thing to do would just be to reinforce a particular degree of self-love. Because here's the thing. Your desire to change something externally is nothing more than a reflection of something that you're missing internally. If most people change their appearance the way that they want, then they'd feel more confident. So what you're lacking isn't the appearance change, it's actually the confidence. Simultaneously, if you had that confidence independent to the requirement of an appearance change, your appearance would no longer be a problem for other people. It's not a problem until you make it a problem. In my opinion. You guys should go live often. It's fun watching you and hearing your perspectives on live.
We've been live in Jan, been live in Feb.
Whew, it's hot, man.
Oh, shit.
AJ actively posting shorts, always working hard.
You think it's me? That's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ wouldn't do that.
If I was doing that, I promise there'll be like 1 short today, 3 tomorrow.
Oh, that's serious grind.
2 on Wednesday, none Thursday, Friday.
Advice on becoming more articulate. Just read more. Just read more. When you expose yourself to things being articulated in a various amount of ways, I think it just makes articulation something that's natural, because The words that we speak are nothing more than leakage from our minds. So the more organized your mind is predicated upon the organization and structures that you're digesting from these books, the easier it will be to articulate yourself. Y'all are mugging. What does that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
What does that mean?
Thoughts on telekinetic powers.
What's mugging?
You guys on this telekinetic stuff again?
I think spirituality without the ability to control your reality is vanity. I think if you have the capability of moving a glass with your hands, but you're behind on rent, I just don't think that makes any particular degree of sense. Hence why I always say spirituality without the ability to control your reality is vanity. It's the highest level of vanity because it's cool. It's like a party trick. Yeah, you can make foil move. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a message to my friend, because I have an actual real life friend that's like, yeah, bro, like I can move cups with my hand. Okay.
Wait, you have a real life friend?
Yeah, that does the telekinesis thing, yeah.
Nice.
Mugging means like good looking.
Does it?
You're actually mugging.
I might have to Google that, but I don't know what you lot.
Mugging.
How can I focus and get rid of all mental distractions? Someone donate to us.
There's no metaphysical answer to that, unfortunately, Isaac. You just have to do that. Not everything has a metaphysical answer, but if you believe you have an inability to focus, one thing that I always prescribe to my clients is to stare at a doorknob for 30 minutes straight. If you do that for about a week, and every time your attention sways away, you bring it back, I can guarantee by the end of those days, you will tell me you don't have a focus problem. If I want more self-love, do I visualize more? You have to understand that self-love is comprised of a multitude of things. Sorry, I was reading a comment. It's self-trust, self-praise, self-love is comprised of self-trust, self-praise, self-confidence, and all of these things are predicated upon the way that you talk to yourself and the way that you treat yourself. So it's not even necessarily about visualizing, but just actively day to day.
Someone said, how do we go about manifesting if we know what we want but aren't specific about it? For example, starting YouTube but not sure what videos to make, or starting a business but not sure which one.
No, because you're focusing on the process. You're focusing on the process, and that's the issue. It's not about focusing on the process, it's about focusing on the end. Because the more you immerse yourself into the state of consciousness, let's say YouTube, you want 10,000 subscribers, you immerse yourself into the identity of somebody who has 10,000 subscribers. You think from the position of the attainment of 10,000 subscribers. You have the expectations, beliefs, perception, reaction, conviction, emotionally charged thoughts and attention placement of an individual that has 10,000 subscribers, and in doing so you will intuitively be guided to know what to do in order for you to get there. You have a real life friend, Crazy Sneak This.
How do you change physical appearance when you know manifesting the opposite? When you know you're manifesting the opposite of your desired appearance?
I already answered that one. That was the one I was talking about.
First. What's up, guys? I need some help recovering from blowing my crypto portfolio. I lost 300k and I haven't been able to recover from this since 24.
Yeah.
I feel like every step I take towards I get knocked back.
Naturally. You have to understand that type of loss, and I always say this to people, you need to widen your horizon in terms of trauma. Most people see trauma as the extremity of war, but that begins to allow a lot of things to slip under the radar. Trauma in the realm of metaphysics, how I describe it, is a negative emotionally intense experience. Losing 300k right before your eyes is a negatively emotionally intense experience, and in doing so means that you have trauma, and that trauma is emitting a signal, a frequency, a beacon that is negatively distorting everything that it is that you're doing, because it says that crypto is equal to severe loss, which means you need to rewrite that experience in your subconscious to alter what your subconscious mind is defining crypto as, to alter your experience of it. Does that make sense? Because if you don't do that, you'll be stuck by that mental block again and again. Nero, are you ever overwhelmed by your own intelligence? Yes, actually. Yes. Yeah. It's inspiring AF how articulate you are, mate. Thank you. Why are you hating?
I just love the word mate.
Thank you guys for this right now. It's truly a blessing. You are both so wise and make me laugh. Thank you. You're not gonna say thank you?
Appreciate you. I was reading another comment. Go back up.
Nero, do you ever get hypnotized? Everybody goes into a state of hypnosis as they're drifting off to sleep. I believe it was the Greek god of sleep called Hypnos, and that's to show the connection between sleep and hypnosis. Yes, you can go to a professional hypnotist, a hypnotherapist, so on and so forth, but everybody's in a state of hypnosis. When you're doom scrolling through your phone and your conscious mind is away due to old state of consciousness predicated by the relaxation, triggering your brain into theta and alpha, you are in a state of hypnosis. When you're watching TV, you are in a state of hypnosis. As you're drifting off to sleep, you are in a state of hypnosis. Most people just don't take advantage of that brief window to which their brain is operating by theta and their subconscious mind is present. If you have the capability of taking advantage of that state while you're napping, while you're relaxed, while you're tired, then you have the capability of hypnotizing yourself. I actually think the entire mass collective consciousness is hypnotized on a daily basis. So everybody is hypnotized to a particular degree. Yo, who else watched kissing pranks?
What? Man, what?
Nero's not human, and it's definitely a compliment. Thank you very much. Nero, would you take 10 million but you can never drink alcohol again?
Would you?
It's only 10 mil.
Fez? Hear this guy.
10 mil to have my autonomy removed. You know, when we was in the ends, we used to play games like, yo, would you kill someone for a mil?
That's how you know we grew up in Wolves.
I swear.
In Handsworth, we never did that.
I swear on everything.
Handsworth, we never did that. Just saying.
Some niggas would be like, a mil, I'll do it for 500k. 500k, I'll do it for 10. Mom's life.
Thanks for putting me onto Jay-Z. I can't believe what I was missing out on. Poor timing, bro. Type in Jay-Z in Twitter. Search Jay-Z in Twitter and you'll see.
Yeah. It's only alcohol. Exactly. Can you do a video on every book you own? Now, why would I do that?
That video will be so long.
Do you know how long that video would be?
Oh my God.
We're not even talking about my Kindle. We're not even talking about my Audible. We're not even talking about these books behind. Like, do you know how many books I have? I end up laughing.
Quit alcohol for $1 billion.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Hey, yo.
I can do that. Guys be asking anything. Mom's life.
And then
my partner is seeing how I'm changing when he talks about his problems. I'm coming off cold when I'm actually thinking that the problems he's talking about aren't problems. Your thoughts? Well, I don't particularly give relationship advice, but I'm assuming you're coming off as dismissive, which is more of an issue. I'd probably articulate why you think it's not a problem, but I guess that will end up invalidating his problems. Yeah. Maybe someone else in the comments can give you advice. How do you remember all of these books? I don't know, I don't know. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know. When I'm like, if you see me off camera and, you meet me in the streets, you'll be like, is this even the same guy? But then if you ask me a question, it's like my mind just pulls out the information from somewhere. You get me? So I don't know.
How many books do you read in a day?
Too far.
What?
Come on, let's be serious now.
Yo.
Mr. Wang Half, I'm ignoring your message. I'm ignoring that. That's just...
Bro, upgraded the vocab.
You saw that French kid.
He's moving mad. It wasn't that before.
Nah, he's moving mad.
Bad time to listen to Jay's music.
2 CIA agents, you damn right.
Yo.
That's actually a joke, in case I don't know if they would take that seriously and, try to do things to us.
How many hours do you study a day? I reckon you study like 4
4 or 5 hours a day.
Oh.
Yeah. I said man, yeah. You're violating.
Is this Men in Black 4?
Love you, Nero and AJ. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Nero's bipolar. Excuse you. First time commenting. A, Kanye never lied or he got replaced.
Yeah.
AJ sent me that video actually. You sent me something that Kanye said about this and that.
About what, Jay-Z?
Yeah, you sent me that.
All the man.
Yeah, you sent me that. AJ, your favorite meal of all time is Domino's pizza. Yeah, it is. That's his AJ's favorite. If AJ was on death row and you could only have one meal before you die, he would have a Domino's pizza.
Let me tell you the exact pizza as well.
And that should show you the type of man he is.
Barbecue base, normal cheese, normal crust, tandoori chicken, mixed peppers, red or green peppers, beef, cheeseburger sauce. I'm missing some jalapenos. Perfect pizza right there. Wow. I'm on a diet right now though, so I'm not really eating takeout like that unless it's like Nando's or Five Guys burger, but without the bun.
Someone said the worst pizza alive. Someone goes a normal meal on death row. Someone said, yo, a normal meal on death row. Yo, that is funny.
That sounds like it is sweet. It is a sweet.
Yeah, it's a sweet pizza. Yo, that is. Someone said that's a normal meal on death row. Oh, yo, you got them thinking, your pizza's moving mad. Your pizza's moving mad. Yo, I don't know why.
Bubble Guts pizza.
I don't know why they're playing you like that. Yo. Yes. Something else that I said to a client this week. So, interestingly enough, I had 2 clients that started off January. Financially, it wasn't looking good for them. And then by the end of the month, things had miraculously improved. One client even ended up exceeding his initial target. And I said to him, during at the start of the month, how were you feeling? He said, well, I felt like, it wasn't going to be a good month, so on and so forth. And I said, what about at the end? He was like, well, things have turned out really, really well. And I said to him, you have to understand one thing about reality. The way that reality presents itself is rarely the way that it is. Especially after you've been doing the internal work to shift the state of consciousness that you're in. And I really need you to understand this, because reality has an amazing way of convincing you that what you're seeing is the truth. When you come to the recognition that reality is a reflection of your state of consciousness, it's a reflection. So indirectly, that means at some point, so long as you have the capability of maintaining frequency despite what it is that you're seeing, you will materialize what it is that you want. But if you're in the middle of the month and you're not yet where you want, it's easy to become discouraged and dissuaded by reality in terms of the state of consciousness that you're operating at, which makes things indirectly go completely the opposite direction. So it's very, very important that you have the capability of solidifying yourself in your state of consciousness independent to reality. When reality is continuously showing you something that you don't like, that is an opportunity for you to go more within to then materialize things. Nero, are you crying? I was laughing. It was too funny. Too funny, man.
Someone says that every video. Someone says you look like Kobe Manu.
Don't know who that is. Nero really shed tears from laughter. You can see that on this camera. Yo, that was funny. How can a man say, can you guys kiss me goodnight? You're moving mad. What? That was so funny. Nero cried. I didn't know my camera could pick that up, Yo, that man said that your pizza is a normal meal on death row. That meal right there. Yo, a normal meal on death row. Here's my meal on death row. Give me some oxtail and rice with some coleslaw. Simple.
That's it.
Simple.
My God, you deserve to be in prison. That's your last meal.
With your bubble guts pizza.
To be fair, if I was gonna have a last meal, I'd probably request like jollof rice.
You would not fucking request
oxtail.
any jollof rice for your last meal.
Why?
No, you would not.
I like jollof rice.
You just said that you'd get pizza. But because everybody's violating, now you don't want your pizza anymore.
I don't do Domino's like that.
Someone said, bro's a simple man. I'm a simple man.
Oxtail and coleslaw.
A hot dog. You're me even mad. You're me even
That's
mad.
a bit sus.
You're me even mad. You're gonna eat a shaboing before you go out. You're me even mad. Yo, you're me even mad. You're me even mad, bro.
That's an extra boing. Oh my days. What?
Someone said, man said, add some coleslaw. Yo, what? What is going on?
Coleslaw, bro.
So,
come on, man. Give it up, man.
Outrageous. This is just outrageous. King August, that's just outrageous work. What's wrong with coleslaw?
God, AJ wants 5 guys as his last meal. It's not even spelled like that. This is what I know you guys are violating, man.
Bro, I don't know why I get lazy when I'm about to sleep.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I ain't got that one, bro.
That's me.
Bless you.
Thanks. Cool. AJ, cool. Yo, if I ever got a Domino's sponsorship, my God, I would be fat, bro.
Mate, how do you do this so young, man? I don't know. Y'all are bickering like a married couple of 40 years. Come off it, man. You're violating. Curry chicken, Jamaican style. See, that's a real meal. That's the type of meal that you eat before you end. Okay, what would you guys' meal on death row be? What would be the last meal that you could ever eat? Let's say the world was ending and you could only eat one meal.
Do you know what would be
the last meal you would eat? AJ described a pizza, barbecue-based pizza with tandoori chicken and some other shit. I said oxtail and coleslaw, and niggas are laughing at that.
You know what would bang? Jollof rice and curry chicken.
Come off it, man.
No, seriously. Think about the flavors.
Indian food for real.
What, street food?
Butter chicken slaps though. But that's a bit basic, innit? I know it's a bit basic, but I love butter chicken. It slaps. Pounded yam and inferior. Yeah, that's good.
Pineapple pizza. Prison.
Lasagna. You even spelled it crazy. Someone said
jollof rice and plantain.
Plantain.
A 2-legged cat. Right.
Donna. Germans know. Bro, everyone knows what Donna is, bro. Wraps.
Now getting Donna as your last meal.
Yo, getting a kebab as your last meal. Getting a kebab as your last meal is mad.
Yo.
You're even mad.
Kebab is your last meal.
Kebab is your last meal.
That's how you're going out.
No. You deserve to go out. Yo.
My gosh.
Yo, my God.
Raising Cane's toast is something to die for.
I never had that, you know. We didn't get that.
I think I tried it, you know, when I was there. I don't know if it was that or Dave's Hot Chicken.
When was in New York?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna check my Uber Eats.
Definitely oxtails and rice. See,
Uber Eats
KFC boneless bucket. Get in the bin. Just get in the bin. Just get in the bin. Sadza, Matumba, and Guru. Serious meal. You don't know ball, man. You don't know ball.
I ate rip-off KFC.
Yo.
My God. A Disney buffet.
What time is it there? It's 22:36. You guys are manifesting this death row stuff. I'm good. Yo, That's right.
Yo.
That's right.
Yo, Chick-fil-A.
Yo, that's making me cry. Yo. Nero, why you just like Hancock? Hancock is... you know what Hancock is? You never watched the film Hancock with Will Smith?
I don't
He's
think
the
so.
outrageous hero.
I don't think so.
You're moving mad. You're moving mad. You're moving mad. A large latte and ribeye steak. That combination is mad. Man said a latte and a steak. I don't understand what's going on there.
Lamb chops, not a bad shout. Mac and cheese,
and
the right mac and
what?
cheese. Fairs.
You know what? I can hear that one. I can hear that one.
Jamaican fried chicken, rice and peas, little plantain and jerk. Yeah, now you're going out like a gangster still.
Mums. Can that mental block, for example, the crypto, affect other aspects of my life or business? I had a loss of 130k. You might need to hire me, I'll be real, man. I had a loss of 130, but I try not to think about it too much, and I completely gave up on crypto after. Well, you say you try not to think about it, which means you still do, and it doesn't matter if you consciously don't think about something. When something has created an intense degree of emotional charge, especially towards the polar scale of negativity, that exists in your subconscious mind. So you may not consciously think about it, but subconscious, it is still taking place. And yes, it can affect other aspects of your life, because then it's not necessarily crypto, it's what money. A loss of money equals loss. That begins to extrapolate itself outside of the realm of crypto and can affect other businesses, because in the mind, there's no compartmentalization in the mind. One pattern in the mind will find itself somewhere else reflecting, maybe subtly, but it is completely there. And due to these continuous losses, first you lost 300k, then you lost 130k. You have to understand that in your mind, your subconscious mind now is primed for loss. And if you don't overwrite that charge, you're going to continuously go through losses. Someone goes, I'll eat anything except AJ's pizza.
Yo, don't knock it till you try it, man.
Someone goes, pineapple pizza. At least we know why you're on death row.
Nah, bro.
You know what, though? Hear me out now. Let me land. No. Let me land. Hear me out. I don't think there's anything wrong with pineapple pizza.
Stop.
I'm not getting it.
Stop.
I'm not getting it,
Stop.
but I could eat it.
Stop. But you would eat anything.
I wouldn't go that far.
You drink Huel's like
just because you don't eat tomatoes doesn't mean I eat anything.
I know for a fact 50
niggas actually eat anything except tomatoes.
70% of this chat don't eat tomatoes.
Who doesn't eat? Are you a child? Who doesn't eat tomatoes?
It's just the texture's so off.
Tomatoes are so nice. Like on a burger, who doesn't eat tomatoes?
Pineapple pizza slaps. Yuck.
No, like I'm not saying I would do it, but I could hear it.
A seafood boil.
Bro, tomatoes mid AF. They're supposed to be
Exactly.
mid. They're tomatoes. Why would you expect the tomato to be a gourmet meal?
Calm down now, bro. Getting passionate about the tomatoes.
You eat pork? No, I don't. I don't eat
Pork.
No, I don't eat pork.
Ew, tomatoes, you see?
Laura, come on. Grow up. See? Grow up. Someone said grow up. Come on.
Tomatoes are the love of my life.
Like, who doesn't eat tomatoes?
Grow
are standard.
up. Love of your life. Nah, man.
Grow up, guys. Eat your veg. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, who doesn't eat tomatoes?
You don't really eat tomatoes.
I'd rather eat raw tomatoes than AJ's meal.
Do you know when you know tomatoes ain't Gara? Is when they don't put it on a pizza. If you can't put it on a pizza, it's not a Gara food. Think about it. It's deeper. Think about it.
That's amazing, man.
Think about it.
That's the logic that you've come to.
Plantain, you slap that on pizza, easy. Oxtail pizza.
Slapping plantain on a pizza is absolutely... See, that's genuinely... That's insane. Pineapple pepperoni pizza. Heather, my dear, that is... Nero, please tell me what you think of past lives. Well, I don't believe in the concept of past lives, because what we call the past is something that only exists within this third dimensional realm due to space-time constraints. As you transcend this third dimensional realm, you transcend the limitations of the third dimensional realm, such as time, such as space, such as polarity. Hence why it's even known in the realm of quantum physics of quantum entanglement, when two particles are interconnected, no matter how far separated they become, what you do to one is instantly done to another, because it's transcendent of space. And it's the same thing with, you know, past lives. Really and truly, as you go outside of this third dimensional realm, there is no past. Everything's happening simultaneously. So I don't really like the idea of past lives. That doesn't make much sense. I think there's parallel lives. Like if you imagine like a highway multitude of lanes all taking place concurrently at the same time, and you shift from one to another, from one to another, from one to another. Like your jacket, Nero, thank you. Tomato on pizza is fire.
See, tomato shouldn't be eaten unless it's tomato sauce or, tomato base.
I like ketchup, but not tomatoes in food.
Same.
Grow up, man.
Real.
Grow up. Just grow up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Going from tomatoes to past lives in a sec is mad. I'm telling you, my mind is like, I see a question, my mind's gone there. Nero, who's your favorite YouTuber? I don't have one.
Someone said AJ's legit.
My videos are very random. I watch a lot of video essays. Other than that, I watch a lot of AJ's videos actually.
Thanks.
Well, they pop up on my feed, didn't it? And I want to see what you're chatting about, so... Cherry tomatoes are top tier. Like, how could you eat pasta with no tomatoes in it? Don't make sense, bro.
I do, obviously. But I'm talking like a sliced tomato.
Oh, so you can eat tomatoes in a pasta?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with tomatoes.
But
I've been with him and I've seen him take a tomato out of a burger.
Who's eating, bro? Why would I want a tomato slice in my burger?
Because it just adds a different dimension.
No, lettuce
See,
can do that.
That's how food niggas talk. They'll be like, it just adds a whole new layer.
AJ has a 5-year-old diet. Nah.
He does.
Nah, I don't.
Genuinely. When we went to New York together and I saw how he was eating, I was like, yo, he doesn't even eat sushi.
Sushi.
Damn, AJ kind of cute. Not kinda. He's very cute. AJ, you're a fake Jamaican. I thought we knew this already.
Where did that come from? Sounds like some what's AJ's latest video? Depends which channel.
Yeah, depends which channel.
AJ still on the Yaris.
If you're asking me, it's the one about gratitude. What? Man said on the Yaris.
Shout out to my Yaris, man. Sushi's fire. You lot are crazy, man.
See, like my
raw
older
fish.
daughter hates tomatoes on her burger. My younger daughter loves it. Is generational trauma real? Yes, most definitely. I mean, even if you look at it from a point of epigenetics, supposedly we can have up to 12 generations of ancestral memory within our genes expressed without us even knowing it, swaying our moves without even us knowing it. But if we look at it, a generational curse or generational trauma, because they're practically the same thing, it's nothing more than the same consciousness passed down without ever particularly altering it. So when an individual passes down the same beliefs, the same reaction, the same perception, the same emotionally charged thoughts, the same attention placement, the same identity essentially, then that perpetuates itself, and because it's never been altered, it goes from one form to another, one form to another, one form to another. Sushi is yuck. Hello.
AJ, you don't eat tomato in a salad? Fuck no.
Nero, why don't you eat pork? Everybody knows black people have a complicated relationship with pork. I don't partake in pork. I miss it very much though, I will not lie to you.
I'm older than Nero.
AJ, are you older or younger than Nero? He's older than me.
Like 6 months.
He's my senior.
Something like that.
He's my senior.
You're so cute when you talk, can't deny. Are you gay?
Bro, pork is dirty.
Well, I'm not gay.
So I'm saying I don't you know what I'm saying? I don't eat pork. That's why history repeats itself, because of generational trauma. Heavy bar. Same consciousness is being passed down from one form to another. And we all have the opportunity to live by design or default. And it's the truth. It didn't start with Use a Good Book on generational trauma. I'll check that out, thank you. Does AJ live with you? Yes, he does. No, he does not. I'm not even going to say that out loud because I don't know what it is. 2 unks staring at the screen. Love to see it.
What?
What the hell? I don't know if black Americans have the same issue with pork.
Yeah, because you Americans are greedy.
Nah, because I got bare friends. I got bare American friends. Them man will be like, I don't eat pork. We'll go to breakfast. I see them getting bacon.
Bro, them
I'm
Americans
like, what
eat
you doing?
everything,
I'm
bro.
like, what you doing? And they're like, nah. They're like, this doesn't count. Numerous of my black American friends, I won't expose them. But if you're watching this, you know who you are. They'll be like, nah, I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork. We go to breakfast. These men are having crispy bacon. Nah, this doesn't count. What's going on? What's going on? Why isn't AJ reading my DM?
Don't know. I probably read it, to be honest.
I don't know, man, but pork is delicious. Y'all missing out. Nah, man, I ain't doing all of that.
You're sitting on
20 hours of YouTube content, but you're scared to post. How to overcome? You have to understand one thing in particular. This will help you navigate. AJ, the creative director in AJ just collapsed, so just ignore him because he's in utter disappointment at you right now. But understand one thing in particular. Anytime that we fear a certain move, so let's say there's something that you want to do and you're beginning to fear that particular decision, especially when it leads to the materialization of a particular outcome, you have to understand one thing in particular, and that is the fear that you're feeling isn't yours. The fear belongs to your old frequency, and it's projecting that fear onto you to make you form an association that chasing your dream is equated to fear. So then when you begin to feel the fear without realizing where it's coming from, you think that's something wrong as opposed to what it really is, which is something great. The fact that you're feeling fear is an indication for you to keep going. AJ can get onto you now.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm with you, AJ. Tomatoes are just lol.
Real.
AJ's mad at me. Yeah. I sent him a reel. I don't think he has seen it.
A real. Unblocking my social media apps. It's a long process.
I invite you, Nero and AJ, to my YouTube live tomorrow on my channel. If I'm free, I'll pull up in it, but I won't come on it. But I'll turn up. Nero, would you like to live outside of the UK? If so, where would that be? Nah, I don't think I would. What about you? No.
I thought about Canada, but you man's currency is peak.
Nah, the currency is peak, bro.
Kind of like New York.
The conversion is peak. I think £10 is 20 Canadian dollars or something. Nero, post the book, man, please. Now for real. Yo, there's this one guy, I need to post him a book. I need to sign him a book and post it. I told him I'd do it. And I just keep getting caught, but I will do it. Yeah, I will do it. I will. Bro's trauma from wolves ain't letting him leave. That's crazy. Why does everybody make it seem like I came from such a bad place? Wolverhampton is such a terrible place. That's unbelievable. Where are you from originally? Ethnically, I'm Zimbabwean. I stay in the UK. I grew up in a place called Wolverhampton, which is very, very lovely. If you're familiar with a Bora Bora or a Maldives, it resembles some of that. Whereas AJ is from the sewer, quite literally. Do you take any supplements? Yeah, Shilajit, sea moss, black seed oil. Yeah. And the ashwagandha. Why do you always hide your eyes? I just like shades, and if someone goes criminal activity, they're violating. I have no AJ. Can you tell them I have no criminal affiliations?
You want me to be dishonest? I don't know if I can do that.
I have no criminal affiliations. Genuinely. I'm a stand-up citizen. I'm a very moral citizen. I pay my taxes. I contribute to check out Maca root powder. You're a sick guy. I know what you're on. Nero needs his handler to speak for him. It's true. Yeah, how long have we been on live?
I'm gonna check your IG after this, bro.
Huh?
It's why I don't open the app. How long we been on?
Brother, it's 11. Let's wrap this up, man.
2.5.
Nah, let's wrap this up. This is late, bro. We still ain't played FIFA.
Oh, smoky.
No.
Honestly, man's a bit right now is a bit. So I'm gonna not do that to myself. So
thank you for this live, though. You're changing lives for real. You're a gem. Thank you very much. AJ Trust is funny as hell. I have the same profile pill on it. Insta like here. Don't know what that means. Yo, AJ's got me watching this show called Tell Me Lies.
Yo, Tell Me Lies is cold.
AJ's got me watching this song. This show called Tell Me Lies. This show is a mess. There's so much drama. There's so much dishonesty. It's unbelievable. It is genuinely unbelievable. Severance is great.
Yeah, Severance was good.
Who aura farms the most? You or AJ? AJ. He's got a new mug that looks like a camera. That show is freaked out. It's bare freaked out, innit? That show is bare freaked out.
Yeah, show is freaked out.
When AJ told me to watch Tommy Lies,
I know you were shocked.
When AJ told me to watch Tommy Lies, I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, is this what my brother's telling me to watch? Like, the scenes are such a hard watch. Like,
I got used to it.
The freaked out scenes are such a hard watch, and I'm like, goodness.
They really get up close.
Someone said Steven is a villain. Nah, Steven, he makes the show, man. There's no show without Steven.
Nah,
to be fair, Lucy's quite bad. Lucy's also bad.
There's no show without them.
They're polarities. They're both bad. They're both bad.
Have you seen the scene?
Yo, steady. I'm like halfway season 2, steady. Steady, bro. Steady. Because if you spoil it, I'm done. Don't even risk it.
I don't know.
Don't even risk it.
Probably happens in season 2 though.
Steady, bro.
Let me know when you finish season 2. Innit? Everyone's saying good night.
Well, good night to you all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very, very much. Bro, I'm going Brum Uni